Yay!
Fuck off.
Happy Saturday.
I haven't done that in like weeks. Why are you fucking angry?
Happy Saturday.
I'm not angry, but I'm gonna tell you to fuck off every time
Happy
we do it.
Saturday.
Happy Saturday, everyone.
Happy Saturday.
Hello.
This is the weirdest version of the touche tushy thing.
All right.
Yeah.
So last time
I don't care.
Devin's a polar bear.
we were in a fight, and Xenia, when healing all of us, threw 1 point onto the parasitic golem to see what would happen since it's diseased. It didn't fix it, it didn't destroy it, but it did get a prompted Poseidon chat regarding why try to cure it. And he's like, okay, I'm gonna help out. I'm gonna give you guys an ally in this fight. Navati shows up. Also, Xenia put a point into the petrified lady, which didn't work immediately. That was like at the end of the fight, but we finished up there, figured out some of the magic. Apparently the unrestrained crystal has massive explosive energy. The lady petrified herself on purpose, or was petrified on purpose, to restrain it. It brought her back, but she was already dying, it seems, at the moment of petrification. Told us to kill her husband, which is the Shade. He says the crystal will explode if he is released or killed. His soul's release is bound to his wife, etc., etc. They were both holding it, I guess. He created the crystal and fully believes he is holding its power back, and he caused the city to be lost in the first place, as he went full Disney Atlantis and tried to make a weapon, which was a giant thunder crystal. Inspiration,
Is that the
Conrad?
Planet Atlantis?
Is that what that was?
I don't see the movie.
Oh, that is an interesting
I
coincidence.
watched
then.
That's
a damn shame.
Disney movies ever.
It
Yeah,
is-
I wanted to watch it. I heard it was good. I
It
don't
is-
watch movies really.
It is good. If you ever like stumble upon it and are bored, go for it.
I'm sure Charles.
We're doing
knows
movie
what
night
it's
at
like.
some point, motherfucker. I hope you know this.
I'm okay with this. Last time, Akira was wild. It was good.
Anyhow, Suavain offers Esther his knowledge. At a time he had icks that corrupted him, but they were purified. They are very tired Fane now that can mingle with Esther. And give her the location of a secret study of his that's back in the stone in this area. Esther kind of carves through the stone to make a path magically into it. In the meantime, Tin and Tor are trying to eat Crystal Thunder, and it didn't quite go to plan.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Quick curiosity. Conrad, upon taking
Yes.
in this person's fane,
You commingled. You did not take the thing.
okay, but I commingled, I got all his knowledge. What else do I know?
That is for you to explore later on.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Okay, I gotta write that down.
Hey, meditation session. It's been a little while.
Yep.
Anyhow, in the secret laboratory, Esther finds the Enchanter's magic book, lots of explosive coral in safety boxes. Apparently he did a whoops on the crystal enchanting, so the ebb and flow of the water around it makes the crystal set off and go boom. It could be disenchanted over some hours, and lots of healing from being in its radius. It's not going to be running out of energy at any point. That might be something for the future, though, because we were not in a place or position to devote hours and hours to disenchanting at that moment.
It's kind of like turning the stove off if the knob for the stove was also as hot as the stove.
That's a really good analogy, actually. I like that.
Yep. That's when you pull out a set of tongs.
I was thinking oven mitts, but that too.
Yeah.
That's when we pull out a Rosalind.
Basically,
So the stove analogy. And
the
Esther.
more people... Yes. The more people who work on the disenchanting together, the faster it's likely to go. So honestly, just get the entire enchanting crew down there at some point or other, and they'll be able to take care of it.
That'll be fun.
However, we do also have the plans and the lead up to it, so potentially we could figure out exactly how we went wrong, where we went wrong, or just completely retrofit the concept away from weapon and into potential, like, energy storage and source. Can we make batteries? Conrad, can we make batteries? Can we capture lightning? Can we make electricity? He's not there. He's not responding.
I would like to make a revolutionary product.
Yes, you can.
Okay.
Again, you're one of the dwarves has already invented steam power, so yes.
Yes, but he did it by trapping elementals, which we don't really want to do. We don't want to trap elementals. We just want to kind of figure out.
Oh yeah, no, I just feel like it's possible.
Yeah.
Ethical powers.
Yes.
Yeah, it debatably ethical. It did kind of cause a minor genocide.
Currently ethical.
We're going to have an electric-powered monorail within 2 decades on the island.
Okay.
Anyhow.
I'm
I'll
suing.
do it.
No!
You have teleporting birds.
Bitch. Well, I mean...
The teleporting birds aren't for absolutely everybody. The monorail would be, like, mass transport between the castle and the eventual town and university.
No. Thunder rail. You stick them in a cannon, thunder energy, boom.
No.
I'd be down.
Yes.
I'd be down. Also, but the thing is, though, if we start getting the birds
That already
to do
exists.
that
It's
for
called the
everybody...
Villager Railgun, and you just... you can kill a dragon with it. Just do it.
That's a spear, not a person.
But if that happens...
You can tie a person to a spear. Anyways.
A person can be a spear if it goes fast enough.
We'd have to develop a union for the birds.
You said ethical.
We're not using the
They have
birds
a
as our
chirp already.
villager transport hub.
That's what I mean, but if we did, we'd have to develop a union, because otherwise that's worker abuse. The birds would need a union.
I feel like this is a huge side tangent.
It really is.
That's okay. That's what the session was planned to be already.
Speaking of side tangents, we come across the Enchanter's magical trash can?
Oh yeah. Yeah, basically.
Yep, it's a sphere of
He found it, didn't know what to do
annihilation.
with it.
It's a sphere of annihilation. It was behind an illusory panel. Tin kind of goes, "Oh, what's this?" And that gets pulled out and fought over a little bit. We left it down there because pulling it back up was going to be a huge pain in the butt, and it's very volatile, so maybe not a good idea to like bring it up to the island where anybody can stumble onto it.
I like to imagine as you guys are floating to the surface with it, like a fish walks into it and just like, just disappears from reality.
I mean, multiple times, probably. Anyhow, we created a cairn for the former queen, put the glowy plant that Tin had picked up on top of it. Xenia tried another Poseidon contact, but ended up talking to Hades instead about taking care of the body and the soul and looking after the entire thing. He's not super interested in helping, and ended up kicking Xenia out of the space because Xenia didn't know how to leave themselves. So, we headed back, get back to the lift, waiting on the surface of the water. It's quite late, it's been about 15 hours or more, and we are on our way back up to the castle. That is an amazing gift. Oh my god, that jellyfish. If it had more of a brain, it's gotta be, it would be so confused.
He's vibing. Oh no! No!
I love that gift so much. I'm pretty sure it was filmed by like a National Geographic photographer, and like apparently, again, if I remember the story correctly, like the guy near him just heard him giggling inside his suit. But with that, you all arrive, damp but successful and quite sleepy, onto the castle. If anyone has anything that they can do before the long rest, speak now or hold your peace.
Kiss Sammy.
Sammy happily takes a damp kiss. As, and she kind of like wakes up and sees this and just hi. Oh, welcome back.
I'm very tired.
Okay, cool. Do you want to change clothes?
On their face.
Oh.
You're wet and you smell like the ocean.
She just starts like slowly just detangling your hair.
My only response was, "It's called musk."
Like, technically it's not. It's called brine, but you know.
Come on. That's senior's night.
Okay. Anyone else?
We get a yes carry back.
Yes.
And
Oh,
then we
the
Weasel reclaim.
Yes.
I wanted to call him a Muppet for some reason. That's not the Mink. Mink is the one I'm looking for.
The Muppet.
Are we also nashed up or anything?
Probably
Other than
not
just
anything
generally being stressed?
unusual. Yeah, unless anybody needs them for something.
I was gonna say, did I get word that they're back?
Xenia would probably send a Fang going, we're home. Everyone's been awake for hours. We're very tired.
Well then,
Join the crowd.
will you...
What?
We left the black hole in the bottom of the ocean, don't worry.
I'm sorry, but you said something about... there were a number of things to worry over.
We're alive. The thing is fine.
Tell us in the morning. You sound exhausted.
I am exhausted. Why are you guys exhausted? Ash, you said you were exhausted.
He has been
We've-
running constant drills ever since you left. I think it's stress relief, but also... I think he's looking for something to do.
Bro, just give Rosalind a kiss and take a nap.
Is that all you need?
That's what I'm gonna go. I'm on my way to do that immediately, not with Rosalind. to clarify.
That would be the ultimate power move. Just walk and give Rosalind a kiss and walk back out.
I mean, what do you have left?
You would walk past, they would just like give a hand on like the door and walk by as they would say it.
You guys are up. Like that's a wet slap on your door.
I can hear you squelching down the hallway. Please get some towels.
Later.
Can
It's a
Esther steam dry
workplace
her
hazard.
clothes from the inside out?
What did you say again, Esther?
Can I steam dry my clothes from the inside out?
I mean, yeah, probably.
Xenia's gonna run back to Rosalind's room and just knock on it frantically.
Oh,
Rosalind, open the
she
door.
answers it very quickly because frantic knocking is never good. What is it?
Warm me up.
Oh, alright. Prestidigitation.
Ashley does I like to imagine there's a half second where Ashley's like, what?
Yeah, no, he leans over the corner with a crossbow in hand. Leans back.
Actually, I'm so tired that I can't even brag about the gods I spoke to today, and Xenia's like holding up a middle finger the entire time with a cheeky ass grin.
There's a twitch on the face.
I'm
Well,
safe.
well, we're
Everyone around us is safe. Everyone was nice. Talk about it later. Like, when you're better?
Prestidigitation to fix some of the oceany smell.
Yep.
It's still
Rayla
gross.
Rayla kind of sticks her head over the top of the door frame, looks down and shoots Xenia, and it's just like, so did the angry god for Esther not kill you guys?
No, she tried though.
Yeah, she sent a lot, but she failed. And I got the gloves, and Esther's just gonna wiggle her fingers. There is smoke
Excellent.
pouring off of her.
Could you perhaps not do that in enclosed spaces, or is that something you can't control?
Can't control what?
Just gestures at the air all around with smoke.
At some point, Rayla starts coughing from the top of the door frame and flies her way down.
Oh, well, shit,
Here,
sorry.
Prestidigitation all over the place, trying to clean things up, and when Rosalind's done, you guys aren't necessarily, like, on the level of having taken a bath, but the water's kind of gone, the salt's kind of scrubbed away, the smell is mostly dissipated, and it's like, okay, you should be able to at least get some rest tonight, and baths tomorrow morning. Where's Fervus?
I think he ran
As
back
Purvis
to his
walks his
lab.
way across the stones.
There.
Alright, hold still, and just prestidigitation, the whole treatment for him as well.
As well,
The twins are not there, they are just being swampy sea
Now I smell
Weirdos.
vaguely.
in the forest.
Now I smell
Caring.
vaguely of roses and Ash's cologne. Rosalind?
Oh, I didn't mean to get that in there.
I don't want to know.
I don't know how that... I'm sorry.
how about
Let
this
me-
then? And Asha digs through a nearby drawer. He said he didn't like this perfume, right?
Hey!
Walks over, uncorks it.
Don't be shitty for
No,
No, he's gone.
There's like,
The moment
the road
you
like
come
clouds of
close.
smoke.
Okay, I'll be honest, dude. The moment you come close, just fucking.
I'll remind you, you don't have many spell slots left, Esther. technically.
He's hiding.
I have enough for this.
He's hiding behind Esther.
Xenia,
Just-
Esther's on fire.
That's
Do
fine.
not. You spray that near me, I'll burn this place down.
Oh
I
no, you
swear.
misunderstand. He unscrewed it.
He's got a weapon.
Xenia's behind Esther.
Yeah, Esther's on fire. If you douse her with that, she's gonna go out like a fucking.
No, it's
Uh,
perfume. You're gonna get more on fire.
Flames.
Ashton, you're gonna
Everyone
make
was
a
talking
fire.
at once. I didn't hear that.
That's what I mean.
You have the makings of a collective Molotov cocktail here. No pun intended for Molotov.
Ashta,
We'll leave you alone.
Ashta,
We'll leave you alone.
we're gonna go. We're gonna leave. Just put that away. If that
You
comes anywhere near me,
He shakes the bottle somewhat menacingly.
That doesn't do anything to perfume, Ashton. What the fuck are you doing?
Rayla just looks down
Esther's
at
gonna.
you with a very proud expression on her face.
Fine, fine. And he puts it behind his back and he looks over at Thorn.
Can
Esther's gonna
Xenia
start running.
tell, can Xenia
Esther's
tell the
running.
look on Ash's fucking face?
Oh no, Esther's running. Esther's gone. Esther has left you.
Good night.
Nah,
Xenia's gone.
I can say it out loud now. Rayla, have fun, and hands her the bottle.
Oh, please not on the
Yes.
floor.
He's gone.
I think I'm rubbing off on you.
If I can't get mad at them for their god stuff, I can at least do that. And he closes the door.
Out of character.
Goodbye.
Thank you, Devin.
Fergus is still working on the thing.
Alright, Fergus, if you do more than an hour's work, you'll be pushing exhaustion, so how long would you like to work?
I'll push the exhaustion. I'm fine with it.
Yep, how many hours?
I want to put the rest of the 30.
How many is that?
What do you mean?
How many hours will that take? How far away are you?
A number, my dude.
30?
Oh, you need to get to
Oh,
30.
you need 30 hours?
Can
30
I
hours.
say something really quick, John, before you end up deciding this?
Why?
Just because after Esther takes a bath, she's going to go check on Fergus. I'm just letting you
Yeah.
know this now.
Yeah, and this
mean,
is
okay.
a very important project to him. He
So,
wants to get it
you
done.
You can begin working on the through the night first.
Yeah.
So working through the night will take you a full, basically 8 hours, which will be 16 hours of work with the help of the dwarves. However, because you are going to be doing this basically in a fatigued state, I'm going to have you make an alchemy check at disadvantage. If you pass at 22, you get the hours. If not, you get half the hours.
Technically,
Okay.
there might, if exhaustion comes into play, then there would be the disadvantage on that. But he has to make a con save, I think, in order to see if it comes into play, right?
Yes, but I'm basically considering him to already be working on a strained
24.
level.
Oh my god.
Yeah, 22 is a low DC for him. That's why.
Ha.
Yeah. So I get the hours.
Yep. So you can work at least through the night until the morning. So did I say? Sorry, I didn't. If I said 9, I meant to say 7. Sorry about that.
Yeah.
So 7 hours multiplied to 2 to 14.
Yeah.
Okay. But around then would be wake up time. But before that, we have Esther pop into the room.
Fergus, what are you doing?
I'm working on a project. Why?
You've just spent the entire day in combat. Swimming. You should be sleeping.
I need to get this done.
At the cost of potentially passing out?
Yes.
Are you going to at least explain as to why it's so important?
Not quite yet. There'll be a
Can I
demonstration.
Can Esther observe the room? Specifically the table he's working on, just to see if she can kind of piece together the basics of what he might be doing.
He's being very secretive about it.
Okay. In that case, give me a perception contested by a sleight of hand check.
Oh my god. Yeah, no.
Give me a
Little
sleight of hand
I
bitch.
don't think we can even get that now.
Okay. You can see it's some sort of contraption. Go ahead and make an intelligence check to see if you can figure out what he's doing with it. But it is mechanical.
Yeah, it is.
My boy making an Iron Man suit?
No.
Not quite. Smaller than that.
Arc reactor?
Smaller than that.
No.
Mini arc reactor?
About that size.
The Ant-Man suit.
No.
Okay, you see he's working on... Oh, yeah, go for it.
Goodness.
Okay, that works. Fuck.
Yep, 17. Yep, that's okay. Just mark off the point. Yurt. There is... So you see he's working on something... It's a handheld tool of some kind. At the very least, you can see that it's got, almost like those toys to throw a dog's ball further, kind of like that. It seems to be shaped to fit one of his bombs, but you can't figure out anything past that. You know he already has a thing to extend the reach, so you're not sure what this might be. Yep, no worries. Yeah, no worries. In the meantime, what are the twins up to?
Oh, we're just out in the forest, you know.
Yeah.
We're
Although
just,
I do got quite a bit of the food there, and I might be doing some basic preparations. Maybe doing a bit of a marinade.
Ooh,
I'm
that'd
a
be real
fishy.
nice.
Xenia asked Tor to save some food so they could cook it.
Esther, we'll jump back to you when you got the mic back.
I'm keeping
Yurt.
Iaskere out of the preparations and the marinade. It's a full-time job.
It is. Each of you give me a D20 luck roll. I do 100, your choice.
D100.
Alright.
37. Let's get something in. Oh, okay.
44.
Okay, hold on. Let me pull out my diddly darn notes.
It's a quiet night.
Is that the Furbolg equivalent of like the so how's the weather?
No, it's a quiet night. This is a Furbolg equivalent of let's tempt fate.
There we go. Alright.
Yeah, everything went pretty good. Yeah, I gotta see.
Yeah. They're a real impressive bunch.
Nothing bad ever happens to the Furbolgs.
Oh no.
Oh dear.
Just on the edge of your
You
vision.
were imprisoned in the Feywild.
No, life's all good right now.
Oh yeah.
On the edge of your vision, Tintinik.
Mhm.
Wait, Tornik? Which one's the male? Tornik?
Tornik.
Tornik, damn it. I'm trying. This is the worst version of the Vex and Vax. I don't sound like I'm just dumb.
Tin and door.
On the edge of your vision, you could see very feline eyes, hidden in a bush that are like wide as saucers.
Oh hi there.
There's a rumble of a very, very deep purr.
Oh, hey, we got a friend. Hello.
Oh my Yubi.
You
Well, I
see,
guess you can't really introduce yourself, but come on out.
he begins to kind of slowly pad his way out of the bush, still staying quite low to the ground. It's about like 15 foot to the shoulder tall, like saber-tooth tiger.
Oh, you're a handsome one. Look at you.
It's just
And-
this deep kind of, not quite a mewing sound, but this like a cross between a growl and a plead, and a pair of big eyes looking at the food.
A rumble of some sort.
Yes.
Oh, I think we could
I-
probably spare something. Maybe
Oh, yeah,
something
just-
that's not gone into marinade yet. There might be some herbs that won't agree with your tummy.
My, what big teeth you have?
I can't do a cat noise. Pretend like I did. I needed to be like six. I need to be like 6 times the baritone, unfortunately.
Yeah, it's very big and very deep, which I cannot do.
Yes. That's more creepy than Kitty.
Yeah. So, can we spare a little bit of fish and make a new
Yeah, you guys have a ton of food.
friend?
You guys ever hear like what if you're really close to a cat eating meat, like what it sounds like?
A little bit.
Yeah.
Magnify that sound with the shredding of like large strips of fish, and a very happy kitty.
This year's it's a big ol' eel. We thought it real good.
Every time we talk, he makes like a sound back. He's seemingly like trying to communicate. And you're not sure how aware he is that you can't quite understand him. At one point, a Firebird comes by, sees this, and just turns back around.
Like handbrake midair, just like.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, so just so you know, we're real good at the talking to other creatures, but we're not so good at the understanding. But to keep things real simple, if you want to hang out here tonight, you could. We got a nice warm fire. It'd be real cozy.
He kind of pads his way over to you and sniffs you and walks away over to Tornuk, sniffs him, and kind of flops down. His back legs are in your lap and his head is in the other lap, but you guys are on opposite sides of the fire. This thing is maybe like 30 feet long. Easy.
Yep. Yep.
This thing's fucking easy. This is like Aslan would be like kind of dwarfed against this thing.
I can't wait to ride him up to the castle tomorrow morning. Hey guys, look, we made a friend!
I'm so impressed.
Give a bit of a rumble there if you're okay with some of the pets.
He does rumble.
There's the pets. On both ends.
Like 20 minutes
baby.
in, and probably another piece of fish. He like rolls over onto his back and is making very happy sounds.
Baby!
At one point, there's a playful bite, and you're pretty sure it like pierces you pretty harshly. But you know, you got this.
Sounds barbarian at the very least.
It's about a flesh wound.
And some flesh goes with the wound. But cutting back to
Also, just some of the trees nearby shake with the purring.
the stones of the fire pit are rumbling. But so cutting back to Fervus and Esther. John, you are muted.
Mm-hmm.
Esther, go ahead.
Oh, okay. I didn't know if I was starting. Is this another bomb launcher?
I suppose that's how to put it then. Yes.
And what's it do different from what you already have?
Fires 2 in 1.
Fires two at a
just
time.
I need to get the mechanism. It's astoundingly complex for.
Considering the differences of weight, and
Yes.
I understand that.
And getting fire at the same time. Bombs, both. Something having a self-arming mechanism rather than having to arm them myself. There's a lot to it.
And this is something that can't wait until you've had at least some sleep?
It's gonna eat at me until I don't.
Why?
I won't be able to.
What are you going to use it for? I think I already know, but
Take a wild guess.
I figured as much. Well, I'm going down there again tomorrow. It's up to you whether you wish to join me or not. But
I'll either be finishing this or asleep. But
I was going to say, if you don't sleep tonight, you will not be coming with me tomorrow. Because you need sleep.
Understood. Just finish this, and then I will pass out for 30 hours. Ideally. That's not
Alright.
competition in my sleep schedule anyway.
I can't even really.
A little bit.
Oh, I can't even really get mad at you for that. Mine is probably worse. But regardless, just please don't. I know you know how much you can take. You're responsible enough in that scenario that you know how to take care of yourself. And I trust you to make sure that you don't pass out mid handling dangerous chemicals. So
I'll have the help of the dwarves.
And yes, you know you have a couple dwarves who's very particular. Keep an eye on them. A couple of the other ones.
are they in here?
They're in and out. A lot of the times they're doing kind of work that requires not being in a laboratory for this kind of thing. But it's
Okay.
mostly stuff that saves him time.
Yeah, he's currently drafting and working on the mechanism. They're working on materials and actually getting and trying to glean whatever nonsense from my schematics that they can get a workable something kind of prototype.
Esther will just kind of put a hand on your shoulder and give you a bit of a side hug, and just, all right, I trust you. I'll be checking on you in the morning to make sure that you're asleep. And
Okay.
I'm proud of you. You fought great today, especially in such a difficult terrain. For a ranged fighter, you fought very well. You should be proud of yourself.
Huh?
And with that, she'll kind of kiss the top of your head and then leave you be.
On your way out, you notice one of the dwarves carrying a pretty sizable amount of scrap metal in one hand, but in the other hand, there's a small plate of food with like a tall glass of water. And he kind of nods to you as he makes his way in. Just, I'll take care of him.
Thank you. And Esther, before going to sleep, is going to go find Gareel because
He
she has
is
to
unconscious.
ask him something.
He's
Oh,
unconscious,
okay.
but he hears you kind of like poke your head in the door, and he just kind of waves to you to come over.
Where's Jade?
He basically unfurls one of his arms, and you see Jade wrapped up in blankets. He kind of
Take a
reaches out.
bath and I'll be...
Mm-mm,
Pardon?
Come here.
I smell like brine. Let me shower first.
Come here. Hug. Yeah.
Esther will give a hug.
And he holds you tight, and you hear basically a deep smell, just ocean.
Yes, ocean.
Like someone set the ocean on fire, which I guess I shouldn't be surprised.
You really shouldn't at this point.
Okay, go shower and come sleep. I'm tired.
Alright. Esther's gonna go clean up, change clothes because my god.
It's
Nobody
better with
likes
help, but nothing changes like a good change of clothes.
that, honestly. Change clothes and then kind of climb back into bed and just kind of drifting off to sleep like, it's a really good thing I air sealed that parasite. And then she's out.
There's about 20 minutes of you resting peace before you feel him kind of sit up, and he almost accidentally knocks you awake. He looks at you and like, wait, did you get the other vestige?
Oh shit, Esther would have actually forgotten to take them off.
That's why he like shoots up in bed like, wait, hold on.
Esther just kind of raises her hands, looks at her hands, realizes she forgot to take them off,
It's fine.
slowly looks up.
They survived 600 years. They'll survive a night of sleeping in a bed.
I may have forgot to take them off.
That's fine. You just kiss you on the forehead. Well done. Good job.
Thank you.
Okay. We can discuss history in the morning.
Oh, I may or may not have found the lost city
Nope.
and why it sank.
Don't give me a reason to stay awake. I know you won't get to sleep. Don't give me a reason to stay awake.
Alright, I'll tell you in the morning.
Alright. Good night.
Good night.
There's a quiet good night from Jade.
So I'll kiss the top of her head and just hold her close. Jade is baby, and I love my zombie child.
Alright, so those who are sleeping, go ahead and give me a d20. Purvis, give me a d20 with disadvantage.
Does this include the twins?
D20 with what?
Yeah, give me the twins, Ash and Rosa will have a peaceful night, it's fine. And
Okay.
so you give me a d20 disadvantage, Purvis.
D20 with disadvantage?
Yeah,
You mean wisdom or just a regular D20?
Just d20, slash
Okay.
2d20 dh1.
2d20 slash R. Fuck, someone's sending me messages. The R2d20.
DH1.
Just gotta do the slash R first.
All run
Yeah.
together.
Oh,
Oh
Damn,
my
good rolls.
god. Wow.
Alright. Okay, So, no especially notable dreams, at least throughout the night. But with we'll see how things go. So, but you all wake up for the most part, well rested. For at this point, you've got a point of exhaustion.
Yep.
But with that, you all are rested. You all have a day to do as you wish. And Travis, go ahead and make for me a just raw intelligence check with disadvantage.
Raw intelligence check with disadvantage.
Yep, this is to continue
Okay.
on the kind of makeshift. God
Whoa.
damn. Okay.
Wow.
Progress is going quite well. You might actually be able to get a stun sooner than you think it will.
Wow.
Yeah,
How many
that
hours
was
is
a
that?
Mhm.
nothing especially, just moving
18
forward, you
and
made it a bit
19.
better than you were expecting.
Yeah.
The dice agree with Cram School.
What have been your
Yes.
What have your rolls been lately?
I don't know. My this is karmic justice for me getting absolute shit rolls with Alaris.
That's fair.
In
Alaris
fairness-
gets his shit pushed in all the time.
Your
I
sleight
got-
of hand wasn't great for that one, but
I
yeah.
got the shit
it's
kicked
well
out of me.
Mhm.
For the Alaris.
Alright. But with that, Xenia would wake up first. So, Xenia, you awake to find yourself still in Sammy's arms, having your trance be finished and your hair fully detangled and unknotted from the salt water.
Mhm.
You also note that, like, as you wake up, very precariously balanced on Sammy's nose is a bottle of perfume that, if you move in the slightest, you know will fall right off. There is no lid on it.
Oh. No.
You just hear a quiet giggle as the door closes behind.
I'm gonna look up. So sorry, I'm just gonna look something up quickly.
Yep, go for it. You think this thing is some Indiana Jones shit?
Okay, never mind. So I can't like fucking touch it or it's gonna fall.
You know that if you don't move with the utmost care, it will fall like directly on her face.
Xenia's gonna like try and like dream feign Esther. She's like, I know you're sleeping, but are we doing anything today that like I need spells for?
That you would need spells for? No, I don't believe so.
Okay. There's like three things I want to do. One of them may hurt Sammy, which I don't want to do, but it'd be funny.
You can make whatever choice you make. And see, this is why
Sammy
make
wakes up.
a beautiful spell.
I can't even just grab it?
You could try. Again, it's balancing on the tip of her nose.
She wrinkles that nose and goes to roll over. It's gone.
I'll try and grab it myself.
Okay, go ahead and make for me. You can make a sleight of hand check if you would like.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say dex saving throw, and I was gonna be happy.
No, this is active. This is not reactive. You.
Oh no.
Okay. The guidance does help. You barely keep yourself from smacking Sammy in the nose. But you very much, as you go to grab it, like dash the thing onto a wall.
I will put forward guidance is somatic, requiring hand movements.
I'm gonna assume that thing is good enough to manage that part.
Also, I
Yep.
I have a little bit of help doing it. I can do it with one hand.
But with delicacy enough not to hurt Sammy, but not enough delicacy to not smash the thing against the wall, it smashes against the wall and startles Sammy awake. Like, what? You okay? What's up? It smells really good in here.
Oh, did it smell good?
Strong.
It's strong. It's pungent, but it's perfume.
You may want to open a window. I hate the fact.
I'd imagine it's like a rose smell. It's not quite a rose smell. It's like directly adjacent to rose.
I can smell why Rosalind
Roses
didn't
on
like it.
crack.
Like, I think Rosalind knows exactly why she didn't like it. This is not her rose smell.
That's strong. That's really strong.
Yeah, it really is.
Why? What did you?
I am going to. Can this do this? Can I do a breeze for this one? No. Can I do a breeze?
Do you have a spell that calls a breeze?
I have thaumaturgy. I'm checking. You create instantaneous sound. No. Cause an unlocked door or window to fly open or slam shut. Are there window things in here, or are they just open holes?
There's windows, vaguely. As a reminder, the one side of the castle that has all the rooms is a tall wall meant to hold up against storms. So the windows are small. There's some stone shutters that can be opened up with a lever.
I thought you'd specified before that all of the bedrooms opened into the courtyard because it's sheltered from the storms, and that's why we have windows.
Yeah.
Oh, what? Sorry, you're right. I was thinking of another room. My apologies.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because the top room is a different thing. So yeah, the window can slam open.
Yeah, thaumaturgy that open. Try and get an air tunnel going and quick.
Yep, there's a befuddled firebird who makes their way in and twists their entire head backwards and back out.
Don't do it.
There's a squawk.
Don't sneeze.
There's a squawk and a sneeze.
I
Sorry.
didn't know firebirds
Sorry.
could sneeze.
Okay. They do, and it's usually a little gout of flame every time they do.
And then that catches the perfume and the whole place goes up.
No!
And you look at Thor, and there's gas in the area, and you shoot something and just.
Anyway, do you want breakfast?
Yeah, I kind of just want to get out of this room. My God.
Zina's gonna pick Sammy up onto their as piggyback, or no, bridal carry, much more romantic, and just carry her out into the kitchen.
Yep, she very quickly buries her nose directly into your shirt, like, oh, that's so much better.
It is so much better.
Oh my gosh.
Thank you.
So you carry her out, and well, there's not really. Asha, there's a small note left in your chest for whenever you wake up. It just says mission accomplished. But as he wakes up much before everyone else.
Yep. Make breakfast. Get ready. Sorry.
Yep. Any special breakfast or?
I don't. Ty's so bad at thinking up some stuff when it comes to breakfast food. Let's make.
Pancakey.
I've made so many pancakes. Let's make French toast.
Okay.
With bananas.
Roll me a perception check as well as a cooking check.
For Keppin.
So, Orin toast?
Can I guidance both of these?
What's French again?
Orin.
Orin is French?
Yeah.
So,
oh my God, these are some godly fucking French toast with oh.
Orin toast. How dare.
Really walking your heart out.
Everybody else wakes up just nose
My
first.
And guess what, motherfuckers?
My head is swimming in the zodiacs. Who's the one on the airplane? I realized I just said that phrase.
Jeremiah?
No, the court.
What
Libra?
court?
Yeah, Libra. There you go.
I thought you meant the one on the airplane. That's Jeremiah's the one that has the little airship.
No, the plane of air.
Yes, that was 6 kinds of confusing.
Airplane. Oh.
There is one other person from the plane of air. Aquarius.
Yeah. Okay. It's Libra toast. Okay, done. Stupid joke finished.
I was like, airplane? And ain't no snakes on this motherfucking plane. What are you talking about?
Yeah, but what about the perception?
You note as you cook there is a distinct Frenchy
Pierre? Pierre? Are you saying he's in my kitchen?
In the distance.
There's an air of pretension from the hallway, and you just hear a acceptable for today as he walks past.
Sammy, watch the pan.
That's a really bad idea. I'm really bad at cooking.
Watch it. Just sword out.
He's just walking past the room.
You're gonna go hunt down Pierre.
He hasn't even taught Ashton how to cook like he's supposed to.
I'll get him one of these. I'll get him one of these days.
Try at this.
I just need you to know, every time this interaction happens, I think of that one chef trying to kill Remy from fucking Ratatouille.
Oh my god.
Don't compare Pierre to someone as culturally phenomenal as Remy from Ratatouille.
There
Please.
is more culturally relevant than a pretentious French chef. I'm sorry to inform you.
Well,
Oh, he's the bitch. Yeah, I'm Ratatouille.
I was gonna say, here's the thing. It's like physically he is the rat. Like socially, you're the rat because you're trying to kill each other just in different ways.
On all levels of physical, Xenia is a rat.
This is my second fucking character being a rat. Stop it. Yeah, Xenia makes French toast and no one else gets to have it because Xenia's staying true to the punishment.
Seriously?
Wait, what? Why do we not?
What?
What did Esther and Fergus do? Goddamn!
I said no one give Ash to bacon, and one person did and ruined it for all of you, Rosalind!
I thought she was forgiven for that because she had to cook while you were gone.
I meant the week while Ashton was recovering.
Ah. Great.
No, no, I was a bitch yesterday as Ray. I'll make French toast for everyone. Honestly,
So like a bunch of banging dogs coming out of the bedrooms.
This is me making up for being an edgy character yesterday.
He catches themselves in the mirror, or like in the reflection of the sink. He's just like, what have I become?
Yeah, Remy. Sorry, not Remy. God damn it. The rat.
There
Sammy.
is a character named Remy, to be fair, in the
I know. That's where I just realized my mistake. Oh no.
He's gone.
Sammy, by the way, is scarfing down this food. Like, you almost can't cook them fast enough. You know she has a bit of a college kid diet sometimes, when she's kind of busy, and right now she is living true to that, and you are the wonderful, wonderful roommate who cooks fantastic meals.
Oh, honey, I need to meal prep for you.
I just imagine, like, Fergus and Sammy, like, side by side, just scarfing shit down, like, just absolute college kid, just
I was gonna ask.
faster than it.
You do smell this from your office despite the chemicals that you work with, and it smells fucking delicious.
Just cut to a scene. Cut to a scene of Xenia like making French toast. It's like, okay, I'm finally catching up with it. Finally catching up with Sam.
Zombie walk.
Turns around, Fergus is there eating French toast too.
Fergus is zombie walking towards the scent.
Yep, and because you're like,
Toast.
just like the other elves are right now, you're the first one to get there after the elves. And there is just a pile of beautifully cooked French toast. That same perception check earlier, you do note there are a bunch of dwarves that are just outside the kitchen looking in and drooling.
Dan's gonna get a wooden spoon and, like, you know when you hit something so hard in the air it makes like a whipping sound?
Yep.
Try and do that with a wooden spoon.
You can always do what my grandmother did, just break the spoon on the counter for intimidation.
That's a perfectly good wooden spoon.
You have there are like 20 wooden spoons.
They're probably gonna wrap it on the counter, just to, like, get the sound out.
Yep, the dwarves all kind of stand attention for a second. They look at each other, and a dwarvish you just hear. It's worth it. And they charge in all together. And there's a mad
for breakfast.
For breakfast.
Xenia's glad Xenia's glad they forgot how to portion for the entire party and made so much more.
Yep, there is a brief rush and a scuffle.
Yeah.
Well, mostly between the other dwarves all trying to
is gonna
each
sit
other.
down beside Sammy and just start eating.
Yeah, there's a little safe bubble around you too, where they don't try to mess with you guys.
Oh, you mess with fucking Xenia?
Yeah, half of them are pushing you out of the way just to keep you away from the table, while the rest of them sneak off with this coordinated heist.
Xenia's gonna turn one of them into a sheep.
It turns into a sheep, and he keeps pushing against you.
The casualties were anticipated for the sake of this toast.
He's just a sheep until Xenia casts guidance again.
A small price to pay for salvation.
A small price to pay for French toast.
So while a bunch of the French toast gets escaped, it's a little as the sheep kind of just makes its way out of the kitchen with that little happy grin. And you see the dwarves are all laughing together. They weren't being malicious, but they're enjoying with the plate of food held over their head, and they're jumping over each other trying to get up to it.
You're all so short. It's kind of funny. I don't mean to discriminate.
No, it's hilarious.
Sammy's just kind of nodding along and smiling.
if you're good with it, Ariel. Two
Uh-huh.
dwarfs come walking in with like a large amount of like marinated fish, like on a on a stick, over their shoulders.
Hey, so what you doing?
I smelled the cooking and I figured maybe there's needing some help or something. There's a lot of appetites around here.
Um,
Fervus
So-
has Fervus has instant instantaneous transport,
Yep, he is
and
retreated.
grabs like a bunch.
Yep.
Grabs like a handful.
I want to make a tart. What's it called? A trifle. A trifle. That's the word. There's something called a tort. Fuck off.
There is.
Hold on.
No, there is.
Now I'm curious. What's a tort?
Let me check.
Fervus checks his timepiece.
It's a pastry.
fuck,
It's a
and he
type of
runs back
cake.
to his office.
Yeah, because Esso beat his ass if he's not in
It's
bed
like
by the
a-
time she
it's like a
wakes up.
layered-
He's hungry. He's hungry. He wants
like a-
breakfast.
It's like a layered cake with like chocolate cream, chocolate cream, chocolate cream.
Ooh, that sounds good actually.
He's on
Okay,
schedule.
Yeah.
fair
It's
enough.
fine.
I meant trifle so people can have fruit.
Also,
Understandable.
I can't blame Fervus. There's no breakfast like the breakfast you have after you haven't slept since dinner.
Yeah.
You know those like
No.
you know like
I'm
those,
not judging him for that.
you know those breakfasts that the parents make in like those 2000s teen movies that the kid eats one strawberry and leaves? That's
Yep.
something you make every day.
Can I just say that at some point, not long after the dwarves retreated, there would be a Thane out to the group from Rosalind, just saying, "I heard some commotion in the kitchen. Is everything all right?"
Everyone likes orange.
Ash is already suiting up.
Yeah, mate.
Am
It's
I awake
like still
yet?
sleep deprived. Still sleep deprived. Fervus is gonna find French toast.
You can spot that. I'd like to remind you, Rosalind. All the bedrooms are connected directly to the kitchen.
Oh yeah, she can smell it. She's just making sure that
Oh, yeah.
everything's okay. Cause, chaos.
Conrad,
Yep.
Ash just by the door with a crossbow. Is everything good?
Apparently there's French toast. I think I can guess at what might have happened.
Slowly lowers the crossbow.
Put it back. It's fine.
What was up, Esther?
does Jade wake up first? Because food.
Gareel might wake up first because he was the first one to go to bed.
Valid.
But he will very quickly wake you up and just, hey, do you smell that? Hey, you're asleep in my arm. I can't get up without you. Please get up. It smells so good.
It smells so good. Please wake up.
Esther's
Please
just gonna
wake up.
kind
It
of give
smells
him
so
a look. Pick up Jade.
You can
She's
smell it.
still on top of his arm.
You can smell it too. Please, don't do this to me.
Oh, I can smell it. But we're going to get there first. And she wait. On self.
You get your way to the kitchen in like light speed, as there was this brief standoff of Ashton just opening the door and Rosalind being like, put it down. A dwarf walking out with a cooked fish over his shoulder.
Fervus has a full plate of French toast and he's just eating it. And he, like deer in the headlights, looks at Esther.
Yep, Sammy has like 4 separate slices of toast in her hand while she's working on papers with her other hand and like not even paying attention. Just kind of like a brief wave to Gareel. Xenia, I like to imagine, has a spoon pointed at a dwarf standing in the doorway, and it's like tableau as you walk out.
This is a
fucking
Renaissance painting.
painting.
This is a Renaissance painting.
Just Esther dashes out, her hair still unlit, holding the baby, leaps over a dwarf, and just fucking almost collides with the table, slams the baby, like, slams her hand down that's not holding the baby, and just French toast.
Yeah.
Gareel like slides out of the room like a cat on like tile floors, like not wearing a shirt, like and just his pants barely put on. Like, this smells so good, Xenia. Please, can I have some?
You all
Fervus
know
is,
the
like deer in the
promise I
headlights.
You all know the promise I made when Ashton and Rosalind first took the break from the group stuff to focus on political stuff.
I was literally in a coma.
Y'all
He was in a
knew.
coma.
Y'all knew the punishment I doled out.
I was in a
Punish
coma.
for Rosalind's mistakes.
He's gonna like move so like they are looking Rosalind in the eye as they're saying this.
Don't make them suffer. They already have.
I suppose I'll
Xenia?
lift the punishment for everyone.
Xenia, look
Xenia,
at
as
the
you say this,
baby. She's
Xenia,
gonna
as you
hold
say
up Jade.
I
as you
love.
say,
Yeah.
the little puppy from Ash's room kind of like wobbles his way over to you, still looking very sleepy, and just sits at your feet with a big pleading look on his face.
The baby is also giving you a big pleading look as she eyes the French toast.
I'm going to lift my punishment because I love all of you. Eat some fucking French toast.
Have you guys ever seen
Or
like
how they're-
the feral ghouls from Fallout as they dive towards an enemy?
Yes.
That's basically what Gareel does towards the table.
Esther's just gonna. Can I make a sleight of hand check to see if I can snag the plate quick enough?
Yeah, go ahead. I'll make a sleight of hand check. That's fine.
Do you need guidance, Esther, if she does that?
This
it
is
would take an action to do
at
it,
this
doesn't it?
point. Wait, this is a
I'll say
sleight
you
of
can give her
hand?
help. I'll say you can give her help if you have
I
proficiency.
don't. That's why, because I'm just like.
In that case, you're not gonna have time for that, unfortunately. But go ahead and make your roll, Esther. Yeah,
Oh, yeah,
you
that's-
snatch it out. His head like almost like smacks into the table as he like almost didn't wait for his hands to reach it first.
Jesus Christ!
He's just like, look. He just looks up to you like, please, please.
I will give you the French toast. Just
I'm so
calm
hungry.
yourself. She's going to hand a piece to Jade first and sit Jade onto the table.
Oh, Jade
and then
is telekinesing like 6 of them towards herself already. She's fine.
Jade does not. Jade is sitting on the table, syrup in one baby fist.
He's gonna like look. He's gonna like look to Ashta as everyone just like starts coming in. And just, is it really that good?
It is
Esther,
very good, however, some of us do have a little bit of self-control.
I should take
Looking at
Spike.
Gareel.
Pretty
Ray
good.
looks over to like Poe from Kung Fu Panda.
Xenia, this is the greatest thing I've ever eaten in my life.
Honestly, yeah, and Esther will hand Griel the plate after taking several.
Yep, and there is a feast to be had. At some point, Remy does make her way down with
Mahmood
Nope,
or
the kid.
Tasha?
Tasha, thank you.
Tasha.
Jesus Christ. With Tasha, and there's just like a step in the room, and you just hear like a noise from Tasha, Xenia.
Oh my god,
I followed my nose.
Can Jade float a piece of French toast over to Tasha, please?
Absolutely, yes.
Because
Tasha.
baby solidarity, goddammit.
He's gonna like look up from their pan, and just be like, I haven't even had one yet.
One more piece like telekinesis is over towards her mouth from Jade.
So you look at Jane and just go, "You're the only real one here."
You're the only Motherfucker I respect.
So, but as you cook, if at any point you flip one in the air, she just catches it for you and holds it in front of your mouth with telekinesis.
It's just like, Xenia respects Jade the most. Esther, I'm so sorry for Jade's mid-20s.
Oh, no. Honestly, there's nobody else I'd probably rather trust to do stupid shit with her.
I'm gonna corrupt all of your children.
Oh, do you not think that that baby has Esther for a mom? Like,
Yeah, this is gonna be such a fucked up like second generation. That's all I gotta say.
Rosalind's
But,
gonna try her best with her kids, but oh boy.
You got the Tasha
no.
babysitting in the nighttime.
Rayla just existing.
valid. Also, just Esther's gonna just kind of look to Rosalind and just, you might have more self-control. That's true. But you also didn't swim for 12 hours yesterday.
And she looks pointedly at Gareel, and then back at Esther, and back at
I
Gareel.
don't know.
He was in a
I don't know
coma.
what he does.
He was in a coma like 4 days ago.
I didn't eat for a long time, and I'm still getting used to eating normal portions. I'm gonna be honest,
This is not the way to do it, buddy.
Well.
but it's so much more fun.
I still don't know. They taste like French toast to me.
Yeah, but it's really good French toast.
It just tastes.
They're delicious, Xenia.
Also, like the toppings you picked are so fresh.
Thank you, I guess.
Oh, while we're all here, could
At some
Esther
point,
just...
a sleepy Issa walks into the end bench, takes his toast, and walks back out.
Valid. While we're all here, number 1, Fervis, finish up and head to bed, please. Number 2, she's not even mad. She's like, yeah, this is fair. French toast was more important at that point.
Yeah.
She's just giving you a reminder to please go back to sleep.
Yeah.
Because I respect my son, but also, please, for the love of God, take care of yourself.
I will say, Fergus, if you do go to bed, you will lose the benefit of that 25. So you can either risk a second point of exhaustion, and try to use the benefit of the 25, or you can get some rest.
Can he down a catnap potion to still get the benefit of the 25?
No, you're kind of in that groove and have that inspiration that you're gonna have to make the decision.
He did promise, so he's gonna sleep for a couple hours and then get back to
Okay, and you can still catnap it, but
yeah. Can I take off the point of exhaustion, or is that...
no, catnap potions you cannot recover exhaustion on long rest. That's the one downside.
Oh, then I won't catnap, I'm just gonna...
Okay, in that case you can take the full 8-hour rest afterwards, and
take a full 8-hour rest and then wake up, get right back to work.
I'll say when Fergus does get to sleep, we'll get to that, because I do have a thing for that, but we'll get there in a second. In the meantime, go ahead, Esther.
Real quick, while we're all here, and Esther will basically just give a very brief rundown of not necessarily how they got there, but the very bottom of the thing, the crystal, the weird shit surrounding it, how it seems to be stable for now, and kind of as she's talking, she's sort of feeling the locket that she still has not taken off. And at the end of explaining, just kind of leaving out most of the details, just giving the basic rundown of the crystal's fine, the lady was put to rest, we got the vestige, we found some real cool shit. Just, I'd like to make a shrine. For that lady, for that woman. I'd like to put something on this place that honors her for what she did.
Yeah, I think me and Issa can start working on that. Create a little, this is Grill talking, by the way. Create a little place to honor her.
She gave up her life to save as much of the ocean as she could. And even though the city was lost, she was still stuck there in agony.
Actually,
Honestly,
I have an idea.
would you... Esther, have you considered writing and researching more of that, and writing it as a history?
I want to. Very much so, yes. I have the Enchanter's memories now, so I might as well put them to good use.
Odd, but helpful, no doubt.
Well,
Something
he
for the
needed to
future.
give them to me.
Yes.
Truly, I believe her lessons should be taught. That magic, though wonderful, can be dangerous if not properly dealt with. And that madness lies within anything.
And if you'd like, this is again Grill. I have magic where I can kind of create worked objects. I can create like a statue of her by the shore of the lake. A small
That'd
one, representative.
That'd be nice.
I would appreciate that, very much so.
Xenia would feign to Esther. Kind of ironic, not gonna lie.
Pardon?
He's gonna feign to Esther, like, stifling faint laughter. Kind of ironic, not gonna lie.
Esther is gonna give Xenia... You know the image of the Kermit just wheezing? Yeah, it's that, but it's Esther, and she's trying to keep a straight face, but by God, a smirk emerges, and just... The irony of that does not escape me, but yes, I would appreciate it.
Offer from Rosalind. She can take a little bit of time off from her other things today to help a little bit with that, because Esther and the others potentially could feign Rosalind an image of the woman's appearance, and Rosalind can use prestidigitation to essentially make a small-scale model statue in her hand every turn, basically, every round, and just keep re-upping it because it's a cantrip. And Garilda can then have a perfect 3D model to work from, potentially.
Yeah, Grill's actually able to basically cast spell creation, which he can just one action create it.
Okay, yeah. Give him something to just study, look over for a couple seconds before he casts it. So yeah.
He actually begins doing it at the table, just like, okay, just want to get your guys' opinion on it, so if I need to change it, I can. And you see him begin casting a spell, and growing out of this, like, almost like a limestone, like this, like, slight reddish hue to it. It grows upwards, almost like those, like, old teleporters in, like, TV shows. And this twisting statue of a more happier version of this woman, but still almost like a general, like a determined, forward-facing, fight against whatever's in front of you kind of expression on her face. With these chains basically being summoned out of her hands, and a relatively dynamic pose of like a forward motion to it. And it's about like 2.5 feet tall, 3 feet tall. It's not huge, but it's like solid stone.
I had an idea.
Oh?
Yeah, I can do it one more time. So
You were going to put it down by the lake.
yeah, I can. Well, I'm going to help you up.
Maybe this is too much, but perhaps we could create a centerpiece of sorts. Set it over the path and create a light for people to see by. Connect it to the chains so that she technically would be holding it up as a statue. And if you wanted to make an archway of it, say over a path, perhaps her husband on the other side?
We could light it with the coral!
Speaking of that, and Esther is going to reach into the bag of holding and start pulling out the bioluminescent coral, some of the pieces. Rosalind, I brought back a good decent samples of aquatic plants for you, if you ever wanted to make anything.
Oh!
Yeah.
Oh, do they need salt water?
Yes.
We can figure something out.
I have salt.
We're also still up with that area, aren't we?
I'm not going to put it in the lake. I was thinking more of a small aquarium, terrarium sort of habitat, perhaps down in the caverns. I could make a...
They thrive in the dark. The light wouldn't be good
Excellent.
for them, so you would have to have them underneath.
We can take out the sconces there and make some like actual natural light going on.
No, one of the side cavern rooms, I could make a beautiful walking garden with pools full of these.
Oh, yes.
So, Rosalind, Esther is going to hand you a solid 2 pounds of blue bioluminescent coral and just go, I have about 100 pounds worth of this. If you need more, let me know.
Oh,
I have some too, don't worry.
I'm going to see if I can keep this alive and propagate it first, but we'll see. I had better find a place to store this so it doesn't die before I can get to it. I'm so busy with things I can't think of this right now. But thank you. Thank you so very much.
Real quick, can I go through the Enchanter's memories just to see if there's any information on that bioluminescent coral?
Okay, go ahead and make me an intelligence check. Maybe a nature check if you want.
No. Same. It'd be the same thing.
Okay. Kind of sifting through the memories, and there's a lot there. He was a very intelligent man, and functionally out of character. The reason it's kind of so hard to go through his memories is because he had the feat, which name I can't remember right now, but which basically gave me a short-term perfect memory.
Oh, keen mind.
Keen mind.
Keen mind.
The Caleb
So,
feat.
yeah. So because of that, he has a lot of stuff to go through, and it's very precise and very detailed. So diving into memories can be difficult to do too often in a day. It's very mentally taxing because they're not your memories. They're trying to adapt them and like, coax them into your own brain. The feint help a lot, but doing it too often in a day will start to kind of tire you out.
Mm-hmm.
But that being said, You look through them and into the coral, and he's done a pretty decent amount of research on there. They were a very useful thing to have around, especially for a underwater cavern people who still needed light to see. They grew everywhere. They were a major part of the ecosystem, and he had a pretty good idea how to grow them, propagate them, care for them, basically shape them like you would a bonsai tree into useful sizes and directions and down hallways and along walls. He was pretty knowledgeable with the subject.
And she'll just kind of look to Rosalind, just brace yourself for a little bit of information.
She takes a deep breath and closes her eyes and nods.
And Esther will just basically feign send all that information over.
And she kind of reels back and grabs the edge of the table for a moment.
Yep. It kind of goes for a couple minutes because it takes a while to get all this over in like good, perfect memory. But it's very useful. You also have a brief memory of one of the books that you copied into your book, Esther, would actually have more information on this too.
Ha 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 ha! In the Book of Dimensions.
Yeah.
Oh, speaking of that as well, and Esther will summon the book.
It appears and opens up to the page of that book.
And she'll kind of scratch the spine, just lovingly, and just... It's, there's more in here as well, so let me know if you'd like to use it. But, the memories are a lot, and honestly, I feel immense pity for that man. But eventually, one day, we should try to go down there and disenchant it, to set him free, and to make sure that it could never explode the way it might. It would destroy the seafloor. Hello?
Mm-hmm.
We can hear you.
Okay, yeah. Sorry, I thought there was going to
Don't
be
think
more.
anyone was about to disagree with you there.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I didn't know.
Right,
Nobody was
yes,
saying
yes,
anything.
sorry. Okay. Yeah, there's a nod of understanding and
Chorus of
yep,
nods and
yep.
hmms.
Mm-hmm.
There's a little bit of French toast in everyone's mouth.
Oh, also, in addition... Oh, sorry, go ahead.
Is it? You said it was still down there. Is it going to be a problem?
It's contained for now. It won't cause any damage as long as his spirit, I believe, is still tied to it. He keeps in some semblance of stability.
Perhaps in the next year or so, once everything is done, we can go down there and fix it.
It's on the list.
Certainly.
It's on the list.
Definitely.
How long has the list gotten at this point?
Too long.
We can deal with that later. It's on the list.
Going over the list
True.
is the first part of the list.
It very much is prioritizing. But until then, you said you got his. Did you say you got his journal notebook yet?
And Esther will open
Okay.
up the Book of Dimensions, and inside is the Enchanter's Notes. And she'll hand it over to Rosalind.
She's looking at it with a slightly, longing, slightly pained look on her face. I have so many things to do.
These are all of his notes that I could find. If you look, I've put them under the subject of Deep Sea Enchanter. That way you'll be able to find them.
Oh, I can't go over this now, but I want to.
We should do like
That's
a
okay,
book.
whenever... Go ahead.
Oh, we should do like a book club sort of thing where we all just gush over enchanting notes.
Whenever you need the book, just let me know. I can call it even if it's being a bit finicky for you.
Mm-hmm. I appreciate it, and I appreciate you. And Rosalind will close the book and give it a little pat on the cover and hand it back to Esther.
The book is pleased.
Irrelevant.
So is there anything that you need to do today? That the group needs to do? Anywhere we need to go?
I figured today perhaps a rest day. Maybe we go back to the gathering. There are some things that I do need to unload. I've been carrying for a long time, and I'd rather like to sell them.
Maybe an organization day, and Zina's gonna feign to Esther go and want to fuck around.
That might
And
be a good
Xenia,
idea.
Esther is gonna feign to Xenia. There's a ceremony. If I'm counting my days right, there's a ceremony tonight. And it has... Have you ever heard of a
Esther,
plant known as the blue cap?
Esther, are we doing drugs?
I will explain the ceremony to you, and if you're interested, we can attend.
Esther, are we doing drugs?
We might do drugs.
Yes!
I should give just like a sniff and just like. Everything seems okay. Why do I have this unsettling feeling?
I think it's the god residual.
I think
Just
you
pop
might
it.
have eaten. I think the 4th toast was perhaps a bit much.
Yeah, explain your 5th then.
Rayla whispers
No,
in
Rosalind stopped dead at 2.
Ashta, I think you're fine. I know you're smelling toast, but I promise you're okay.
Can you put both hands up in the air for me for just a quick sec?
All of
Like
us,
straight up.
or one
No, just
person?
Asha. Just Asha.
There's his eyes. No.
Asha, do you taste lemons? Do you taste burnt toast?
No.
I told you he's not having a stroke. He's fine.
You're right, he wasn't having a stroke. Good deduction, nurse.
Thank you, doctor. Oh my god, the difference
Oh,
between this
wrong
and
insight.
Saturday hurts me.
Oh, same insight. Never mind.
Yeah.
Different name.
Ashton insight.
Yep, that's an Ash insight.
We're talking over Fane. Fuck you.
Yeah, you guys were just talking out loud though.
About
Okay.
you being high on toast.
Yeah, that they were talking to you out loud.
Yeah, about you
Yeah.
having a stroke because you made a joke about not feeling good, and then we joked about you smelling toast.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'll give you solace for your natural 20 insight check, Devin.
Hmm.
Also, don't just roll an insight, dude.
Xenia and
wasn't
Esther
serious.
have been very buddy since you and Rosalind were left hanging out. We're buddies.
It wasn't
Xenia
serious.
and
Just
Esther
keep
have been
going.
having fun.
I'm trying to make a joke. I don't know if my cadence is showing that. I'm trying to make a joke.
By the way, does anybody know where that bottle of perfume ended up?
There's a cackle from Rayla inside the pouch.
She's there, isn't she? Where is
I
she?
mean, are they more?
Rayla.
Well, I didn't wake up with it, so I'm assuming Xenia was the target.
Rayla.
Sammy just kind of looks up. Rayla, why would you do that to me? And she has this like stricken look on her face.
Sammy!
Look what you did to Sammy. Look, she's sad now.
My entire room smells like flowers, but like way too many flowers.
I'm guessing the entire bottle was used.
Well, Xenia threw it against the wall, but
It was the
Alright.
best. It was better than it being thrown against Sammy and I.
Alright.
Rayla from inside there goes, I didn't throw it!
You balanced it on her fucking nose!
Yeah,
What did you think was gonna happen?
that it would fall on you.
For the future, Rayla, if you're going to battle and say a bottle of perfume on somebody, don't do it on the nose. It could fall into the mouth or into the eyes, and neither one is good.
Rayla, if I've
Yeah,
been
but see-
scolded for the concept of chemical warfare, you're not allowed to do it either.
Rayla, if another post or present girlfriend of mine goes blind, I will strangle you.
Right there, she would have been fine.
My statement fucking stands.
If your past and or present girlfriend somehow goes blind in a way that you can't fix, I will accept that. Assuming it's my fault.
Rosalind will
Yeah.
start the castle moving in the direction of the gathering.
Yep.
Also, really quick, slight diversion from the topic, but, is anybody interested in perhaps studying a parasite?
Yes, of fucking course I do.
What?
A bit busy and
Connor,
not
what'd
my
you say?
area of expertise, so have fun.
How many do you have, and can I cut it open?
What are you talking about?
Allow me to. Esther's kind of looking for Gorill's reaction, like, do you want to
Oh,
study the
he's excited. He
parasite?
wants to.
Okay, good. So I didn't hear what you said. And Esther will pull out the air sealed bottle with the parasite inside. And just kind of. When we were fighting creatures down there, they had these writhing all over them. We're lucky we didn't get bit. But,
So
I
you
captured one.
so you think sticking your fingers in it is a good idea?
It'd be fun to know what it did. What if we use a potion that had something that would be so fucking cool that we can get more?
Or it could end up permanently damaging you.
Yes,
Ashta,
but
if it
Purify
helps,
seems to deal with it.
I
Or is
believe
that
Xenia also mentioned that they were able to at least temporarily cure the disease, so we have ways of going about it. If normal disease magic will fix it, I have a number of the spells myself, and spells that make us all resistant to it, if I need to.
Honestly,
The
Ashton,
Fane are also very good at treating it.
they are probably some of the best people to deal with something like this. You're sitting in a room full of experts.
Yeah.
From Purvis from the other room. I agree.
and
Purposes,
Asher leans back and like, Asher leans back.
Oh, sorry. I couldn't hear anything.
Asher leans back and just experts, huh?
Hmm.
I actually, out of character before I say this, we're all brought up to date on everything that happened down there, right? Yeah.
Relatively, yeah.
Yeah. Was that guy who made the crystal down there an expert?
No, but we also do. Well, he was a master enchanter.
You got
But even
dicks,
master
bro.
enchanters can make mistakes.
Master
Hence why
This
we
is
have
why
notes.
I want to advise some caution. That's it.
We know to take. I've taken apart so many dragons that have had icks in it, man.
And I'm
Also,
sure he said that.
He also had nothing to do with the parasite, just the crystal. The parasites grew naturally.
It's not my point. My point is experts can make mistakes, like you just said.
Can I make a snark? Can I say some things you would want to say in character, but I don't want to say it?
Sure.
Okay, but which one of us in the group got icks?
Damn.
I mean,
Hmm.
please say it, Xenia!
I
Should actually say it.
I don't want to. It's so mean.
Does Xenia say it or not?
No!
Okay.
I just
So
wanted to
fucking
tell
funny.
you it was there because it's very rude, and I did not want to be rude.
would also point out that the crystal was a combination of an expert making a mistake and an individual corrupted by icks reaching too far in directions he perhaps should not have. There were a great many
Besides,
elements at play.
Doesn't take an X to put us in a bad situation with the Zodiac right now.
I know.
yes, we will be careful. But the point is, as long as this does not touch biological matter, it cannot cause any harm. And she kind of looks to Goril and goes, very, very, very tight metal gloves. Okay?
Not even necessary. I have a spell called Anti-Life Shell. It makes
You
me
have
like
it too?
Yeah, it's a very useful spell. It makes living matter unable to enter unless I will it.
I love you. And she'll hand over the airtight jar.
He'll smile and he turns to you, Ashton, and just goes, and if it helps, I have other priorities. I'm gonna do all my underwater statue crafting before I touch the underwater parasite, don't worry. There'll probably be a couple days before I even get to it.
Fine.
Would you like me to hold on to it until then, or would you like to?
And if you would like to supervise while holding the stopper in the fish tank, you may do so.
Who's that directed to?
To you.
He tilts his head. I'm not an expert.
That's okay. I want to give you the choice if you would like to have the button to stop the experiment at any given time, basically. If you're genuinely worried about this, I trust your judgment enough to tell me when to stop, whether I like it or not. But I'd like you to at least see what I'm doing first. Fair?
Damn,
Fine.
we love a considerate man.
He smiles and just says, "Don't worry, I'm going to put this in a very, very airtight lead box inside of a bag of holding." And
How are
he
you
scurries
going-
off to go do just that.
And there he goes. Oh, fuck. Sorry, I meant to uncheck that because it's not with me right now.
Well, if that's out of the
Well-
way, Xenia, I may need to consult your particular expertise in the area of pillows. I have to create lodgings and set them aside and furnish them for however many delegates, plus some just in case they bring aides or staff.
Which, by the way, just a quick thing. Rosalind, you would have gotten a message the night previous, which I just forgot to mention. Basically, the confirmation from all the archdruids has gone through, and with some seeming slight changes of attitude due to the discussion of a couple arguments with Arcanist, the archdruids are willing to meet in 10 days, as of today.
Okay. Rosalind is very stressed and rushed, because she was planning on just a little bit more time and then sending out the 1 week's time notice. Yeah, Rosalind finishes up, and if nobody else needs anything from her, she's just, you know where to find me? Ashton knows where to find me.
You need my help on that?
Honestly, I would not say no to another pair of hands and another opinion on some things, if you'd be willing to follow me around for a little while.
I'll definitely
Sure.
join for most of the afternoon, but in the evening, I think I have plans.
Gorilla, you said
I
you're not
will
doing
be-
that for later, right?
Yeah, he said he'd basically do it in a couple days, but he's already left the room.
That being said, I am definitely planning on taking at least something of a break in the mid-afternoon, perhaps. I'm going to need it for my sanity. So if any of you want
Come down
anything,
to the gathering.
I will do so. Thank you. I'm going
I'm
to
so-
need it. And then,
So we're all-
Esther's gonna feign
She'll scurry
Xenia
off.
and just... Not for the night stuff, just for the afternoon!
Then you went, oh, thank God.
God.
Okay, if you want to go sell your stuff in the gathering, I'll go help Rosalind. I'll meet you down there at night.
Mid-afternoon, I believe, is when Rosalind said she was going to take a break. We can escort her up at sunset, and then we'll spend the rest of the remain. However, before you leave,
Yes.
and I'm gonna send you basically the piece of the document to read over. It's not very long, it's a couple of points.
I'm getting lower.
This
And
is
I'll
gonna
do
go...
some changes as well, just with what I saw from it. Not
Yo.
major ones, just like quick.
Oh hey, by the way.
So,
Oh, sorry. You keep going.
Oh, hey, Jen.
Yeah, just been in the corner here. We've been putting the fish away. So we met someone real special like in the forest last night.
Oh yeah, they're a real nice one. We got
Yeah, if anybody wants to meet him.
Yeah.
him, her, Jim.
Him.
why does that give me an impending sense of doom? But sure. Do I need to leave my child, or are they safe?
Oh, they're pretty safe, yeah.
Well, in that case, Esther's gonna put Jade in the baby sling, and...
His name's
off they
Tormal.
go.
He's a real nice fella.
Oh,
Tormal,
that's
do you have another sibling?
Oh yeah, we got loads, but this isn't one of them.
Nah.
okay. Let's meet Tormal.
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 There you got it there.
Tormal.
Yeah.
You guys go out of the castle into the front of the forest, right at the edge, and you see, in something even the twins weren't expecting, with the Duke sitting beneath his paws, looking quite
Oh no.
quite willing to stay exactly where he is and very still, with half his hair pointing upwards with saliva dripping down his face. with a
Oh.
Oh, dude,
sitting
hey!
behind him. With the
Oh,
Duke
you got a
sitting-
new friend there.
you good, Duke?
Sitting behind him?
Yep, the cat is sitting behind the Duke with the
Okay.
Duke sitting between his legs and just very small beneath them, looking very scared.
He's
You good?
friendly. He's friendly.
You good, Dukester?
I just came out for a walk.
Oh, that's just Tormal.
Yeah,
He's
don't
very
worry.
friendly.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, he likes to scritches right behind the ears, if you can reach him.
I don't think I can. He's very tall.
Here, and Esther will kind of approach, give the hand for the cat to sniff, and just kind of pull the Duke up and out of the way as she's doing that.
Okay, go ahead and give me just animal handling to see how calm you can keep the cat. It's not
Okay,
gonna go
also, the baby is also just kind of staring at the cat from where she is slung on Esther's stomach.
I'd like to help. So Esther has advantage, so I'm just like,
Can I
hey there, buddy, these are,
cat,
can I give guidance?
cat coming from Jade.
I'll give her
Oh,
Oh.
no.
Oh no.
Roll the D4
We're gonna,
just in
we're gonna
case.
take that guidance.
You go to
Oh,
go help
no.
pull the Duke out of the way.
Conrad?
Conrad?
Yep, sorry, I'm cutting it out, that's why.
Okay.
So you go to pull the Duke out of the paws of the cat, and you see the cat, like, his paws are resting on the Duke's lap, and the claws just extend as the Duke tries to stand up, but the Duke sits right back down.
Oh,
Oh, there go his pants.
Oh,
Oh, you can't dry clean that.
Can you tell your cat friend, please, to let the man go? This is Rosalind's father.
yeah.
Oh, we didn't know that.
Oh, I didn't know his name was Duke.
Oh, hey, Tormal.
It is...
The nice man
Okay.
needs to go somewhere.
Yep.
The nice man needs to go somewhere right now. He's got a daughter up in the castle.
Go ahead and give me a persuasion check with advantage.
Alright.
Tornak will go in his back. Oh, also I
Then you're
pulled
gonna
out
go
from the
guidance
storage.
again?
We got a bit of the calamari here for you.
Could I do it with animal handling, or at the very least using my wisdom score instead of charisma?
I'll say you can use your wisdom instead of charisma, but it's still a persuasion check.
Okay,
You have advantage on this from
You can get-
speech of peace.
I'm
You
gonna
get
That's why
guidance.
I am going to go ahead and click my insight in that case, because that's got a wisdom modifier and no proficiencies.
Does the
Okay.
calamari that Tor presents lower DC?
Yeah, it does.
18.
Yeah, let's get the guidance in there too, just for curiosity's sake.
Ah, yes. Thank you. Hey, 22.
Alright. So you see him kind of like the claws disengage, and the Duke kind of stands up and just very carefully walks away, and the cat just nuzzles him briefly as he freezes up for a second and moves back up. Just a little bit behind Esther.
It's
Um,
okay.
But the sorry, what was the name of the cat?
Tormal.
Tormal. Like Mullen? Like M-A-U-L?
No.
I don't like that.
M-A with an accent mark over it. I-L.
But phonetically it's pronounced the same way.
Tormal.
That's very funny.
The irony.
Tormal takes his chin and just like rests it on your head, Tidstick. And just kind of puts his paws around the calamari, if you want to call it.
Oh, I see what the problem is there. You see, you got that fancy vest with the inlays. It's real nice to rub the kitty face against.
And you guys just watch as the cat opens its mouth, which could easily probably fit one of the dwarves inside of it, and just eats this massive bite of the calamari.
Oh, that's a lot of calamari. Oh, that's a lot of cat.
Oh yeah,
That
he's
is
a big
lot of
boy.
cat.
And remember, there
And
was
you
a
said-
lot of the big squids down there.
Oh, that's right. And you said he's friendly, yes?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, definitely.
He rolls over to his side, and his stomach is out, just kind of looking expectantly at everyone.
Jeannie's gonna go rub the belly immediately. The inner druid inside.
It might be a
Esther
trap.
will
Be
go
careful.
rub.
It's a 50-50 there.
Inner
Esther
druid,
will go-
rub belly.
Yeah, rub belly, let Jade kind of stick her little fat ravioli fist out of the cradle and just kind of...
There was a wonderful brief 10 minutes where the cat just enjoys being scratched by a bunch of level whatevers and Jade.
Once again, the ground shakes with the purrs.
Oh,
To
yeah.
be fair, Jade is kind of scary when you think about that much raw
Oh.
magic.
100%. The Duke at one point eventually works his courage up to get like behind the cat's head and like rub behind his ears. The cat seems to take a special happiness to this.
Oh, that's a good Tormo.
The Duke's
That's a
like, I
very
will
good
go
Tormo.
anywhere as long as I'm not near his paws.
Basically.
And Esther's gonna turn to the twins and just, I'm going down to the gathering this morning. Would you like to accompany me and Jade?
Oh, that's real nice of you, but don't know if that's a really good idea. We don't have much more time of the disguise thing, you know. So, we don't like to
did they-
wander around like ourselves.
Did they come into the castle to disguise?
Yes, we walked in as a couple of dwarves.
My brain immediately went right over my head, and I thought you asked a couple dwarves to help you with the fish.
Oh, understandable.
Like right over my head.
Understandable.
Oh, in
but
that
no.
case, I understand, but I hope you do know that at this gathering, nobody cares as to what you look like. There's no tolerance for any sort of hate towards anyone. It's a place of pure magic and kindness and family.
Or kind of like gives a glance to the sister and just,
Yeah,
If you don't feel safe, I understand.
We've gotten some of that there before.
What do you mean?
We've occasionally heard the thing of, oh, you know, it's all accepting and everything, but it's accepting mainly for the acceptable types, you know.
We won't accept you.
Oh, no.
We can beat the shit out of them.
Exactly.
we don't need any of that. It's just
Yeah, we don't want to bring trouble to the place either.
We can yell at them. We can
It's-
scold them. We can educate them.
At the end of the day, it is up to you. But do know that as long as you are with me, no one will harm you.
Oh, we're
I
not
do
that
care-
worried. We're not that worried about being harmed per se.
Oh no, we can take care of ourselves.
Yeah, it's more just, you know, the looks and the whisperings and the mutterings and the questions.
And if we want to do anything about that, we gotta cause a bit of a commotion for the folks there.
And I'll be honest, your kind have probably never been seen by a lot of the people down there.
Oh yeah, that's
I'll
why.
admit,
There it is.
I'll admit gladly to that. But if you don't cause any trouble, the only one to ask a question might be a curious child. And that would be that. People tend to stick to their own. The fact that you're of a different kind than most people down there would bring more of a sense of honor that you've traveled so far to see such a thing that we have here. But again, it's up to you.
One other thing, to be fair, is that we kind of heard about it because we were nearby. We didn't really go too far. We were already kind of wandering.
But you would still be attending.
I just managed the
Dwarves.
expectations there.
No, of course. Dwarves haven't been seen in the gathering for years.
Oh, that's the
It's
thing.
been-
We're not gonna be dwarves anymore as far as the eyes are concerned in about, I don't know, 10
No.
minutes.
No, I'm just trying to explain.
Oh, sorry.
Dwarves haven't been seen for years. Yet when they attend, they're seen as honorable. Genasi aren't very liked in this country. There's a reason we're mostly confined to the areas around the desert.
Well, I suppose we could try for a little bit. I don't know, Tor?
I have an idea. It might not be a good idea, but I have an idea.
Well, let's have the idea then.
And just pat the big cat. Would one of these guys be okay to bring down there?
I don't know about that one. There's a lot of food down there, and you don't exactly have him trained yet.
Well,
However,
we don't need to train him. We just need to ask him real nice.
Oh yeah.
however, I do have a very large animal that we could bring down there.
Xenia's gonna fantastic. Don't bring Pyrrhus.
Oh, well, what would that be?
Don't bring Pyrrhus.
Well, I do
Pyrrhus
have
is
a
a-
dragon.
Pyrrhus the golden dragon. Don't.
Oh, you got a dragon. How'd you get one of them?
Fuck.
Are you up all on our legs there?
No,
What?
I found him in the hinterlands. He
I-
was
I-
injured and
I will just a real quick out of character. I remember we had a talk about keeping for Pyrrhus really on the down low because
Yeah,
he's a
we
gold
did.
dragon a while ago. I don't know if you're like thinking we're past that or if you're just not remembering that, but I just wanted to make that very clear. That was a conversation that was had with the group at one point.
oh no, I know. Pyrrhus wasn't the idea. It was more so Caraforn
Okay.
because she's a bit more responsible.
And
Still a silver dragon, but yeah.
I'm trying here.
Yeah, I'm just Conrad's not giving any input, so I'm waiting, but he might be still away.
No, this is a conversation between y'all. I'm just letting you go
Okay.
ahead.
Alright.
Well, we wouldn't be bringing my son technically. We would bring an adopted daughter, I suppose, of mine. Her name is Caraforn. She's a silver dragon.
Okay. Out of character, I kind of want the twins to go down and get involved in the After Dark activities. Because it would be hilarious.
If you want them
So,
to, I will explain
say,
the ceremony to them.
I'm gonna say maybe they go down in the evening with you guys and spend the bulk of the day up here. Just so that we're not wandering around behind you all the time.
Yeah, go off.
yeah,
In that case, if you're not as comfortable going during the day, you could always accompany at night.
Oh, I suppose that would help a little bit.
It would ease off at looks just a bit.
There's a ceremony Xenia and I are attending. It's known as the Ceremony of the Blue Eye. It's you gather, the basic rundown is, and I'll send the document to you guys, but the basic rundown is you gather in a tent and you partake in the drinking of a certain tea.
Oh, I like tea.
I like
real
the
good.
tea.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
But I will warn you that this tea does have some interesting magical effects.
Oh, interesting magical effects are all we're all about.
Oh, been there, done that.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
You ever been struck by
Generally-
Feywild lightning? Crazy stuff, that.
No, I have not.
Not yet. I would love to.
Oh, can't
But-
really say I recommend it.
Oh no,
It's interesting.
I'm pretty sure it was like a 1 in 100 that we even survived there. But I mean, we did.
Have more.
I will warn you that the ceremony is not just pure fun. More so into the 2 hours in. It's meant for exploring your own mind and coming to terms with your inner demons.
Oh yeah, my brother's done that, I'm pretty sure, but I don't think I have, so I'd be willing to do the experience.
Yeah, there's a blink. It's like my dad kind of bounced off me there, to be honest with you.
As long as you know the risks, and here, I'll send the document to you two.
You can just toss it. At this point,
Yeah.
I think I have access.
Yeah, I'm gonna
Yeah.
put it into the Zodiac one just so that it's there.
Yeah, just out of character, like Tor has, like with his monk training, has exclusively done things with like self-visualization, self-actualization, and what it means to be oneself.
Can't open it.
Yeah, no, you know peyote?
Here, Aria, let me get a screenshot for you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
This is pretty much a peyote vision trip.
Oh yeah. No, it's
You will sit down and speak to your inner demons, and Esther has taken this trip twice before at 2 separate gatherings, and each time she has had intense self-realizations.
This is gonna
So-
be fun. Let's do this.
So do you guys see why I named the game today a Fresh of Breath Air?
Yep. I was told about this in advance. I'm fucking pumped.
Yep. It's a line from Gorillas. And yep, Fresh of Breath
Oh,
Air.
It was a Gorillaz reference. I was gonna ask you that post session.
That's for moments.
I know it's my favorite fucking Gorillaz song.
Right?
I know.
With
In that case,
personally, I'm good with the twins having agreed to go down there this evening. So, yeah.
yeah,
So,
yeah. In that case, Esther will go down to actually right now. Honestly,
And
I mean,
Xenia's,
we still have a few things we can get done.
Xenia's gonna
So-
go help Rosalind out.
So, Xenia, just give me a luck roll for anything interesting today. Pick a dice of your choice, any dice.
Oh wait, can I pick a D100?
Yeah, pick a dice you want. Go ahead. 7. Okay. At some point, you end up basically tag teaming with Sammy for a while. For basically, Rosalind is handling the administrative stuff, of course,
Mhm.
as well as kind of directing the choir of everyone trying to put the castle into like a ready as opposed to like functional.
Mm-hmm.
At some point, there's just a lot of little minutia of things that have to go back and forth and be moved away and put into storage and basically just requisitions. And Sammy just gets this light in your eye. And Rosalind basically sticks you to just like power through like the next like 4 or 5 days of that work together.
Yes.
And yeah, you guys do so quite efficiently, especially with you two working together.
Oh yeah, Xenia's always like humming a little elven tune very badly, but you know.
In the meantime, Fervus, as you kind of roll over in your sleep and like trying to just let sleep take you despite your absolute exhaustion, you start hearing these kind of mumblings that you know just from your kind of messages from the Fane that like, hey, we think you're sleep deprived. We think you might be hallucinating. Do you want to interact with this?
I don't know.
Sure.
All right. Well, just remember, it's not really completely loading time. And kind of standing over your work table, you see kind of Elder Farron looking over your potions and your creations and just kind of knocking them aside with this almost disgusted look on his face. Kind of like a parent who doesn't really kind of get Legos or like toy trains, like the model ones, and is just haphazardly tossing them across the desk. Then she
Leave
kind
it
of
to
looks
you
over
to
to you.
always touch my thing.
Oh, if you had something worth protecting, I wouldn't touch it. What's all this little tricks to try to get up on me? Think it'll help?
It's what I used to
You really think any of this will do anything? He picks
Sure
up one of the
hope so.
bombs. You know they're not going to work very much, and you and your little immortality potion aren't doing very well. Doesn't seem like it'll be ready very quickly, will it?
What are you doing? I thought I dragged you up. I thought I pushed you in the furthest corner of my mind.
Well, you tell me, little boy genius. Why am I here? Ask little brain aliens, see if they're if they know what's going on.
No.
Well, whenever you're
I don't
stressed
care why
and
you're
tired,
here.
there we go. There's a little bit of fire in you. Little spark found some fuel, eh?
Yeah. Ever since I went out in the desert, you were sure that I was going to be dead in 6 months, weren't you? You were hoping for it. Because you know what would happen to you if I came back.
Oh no, Fergus, you mistake me. I don't particularly care what happened to you. Whether you died or came back, it doesn't really matter to me.
There. Cockroach that you tried to kill, he's still breathing.
Well,
And you can
I'll
try to
just finish
crush me
cutting
under
off
your
the head.
foot as much as you want. I will get back up.
He smiles and kind of walks over to your bedside and doesn't quite get in your face, but he looms over you. I'll just have to burn you, won't I?
You can try.
I don't think I'll have to. It'll just be a
You will.
swat of the wrist. but go ahead, take your little nap. And for a second, it's almost too real, feeling his hand kind of push through your hair and muss it up.
He grabs an empty potion bottle and he just throws it at the wall in Farron's direction.
Yep, it passes through him and just kind of shatters, and he smiles, and you feel the Fane kind of take over and pull you back into awareness of, yeah, that was definitely a hallucination. And they just, hey, just.
And he's gonna wave them off.
They shut
You're
down
gonna get
your
out of
ass.
my head one way or another.
You're not sure if you're still imagining it, but you hear almost like an echoing laugh in the empty room.
Gonna do couple more equations on the project. Then as he is writing, he is going to pass out.
And drooling all over the graphite on the paper.
No, he's standing over it, and then he slumps over onto the ground.
Okay, in that case, with a bit of a bump, which beyond your awareness, you're eventually pulled into your bed by one of the dwarves. You finally get some rest, some well-deserved rest. So, in the meantime, we have the small crew who's going down towards the gathering, yes?
I think right now it's just us there.
Okay. Let me check what the daily news, basically, of the gathering is. Because I did write all these in advance. Might as well use them. Alright. Okay, so you guys are on day 5. Nope, day 5 was yesterday, so you'll be getting the news of day 5. So you basically get just brought through either asking or through people coming to find you and informing you through conversation. Basically, a lot of the day yesterday was spent with talks between the elders and with the dean, about the evacuation of Valeri. The logistics of it, where they're going to go, and it seems like things are kind of on the way. People are beginning to be taken out and kind of separated into whatever Genasi groups can handle them. There's been a whole kind of sect of the Genasi gathering that's been sent to just care for them, basically, and guide them to the desert, somewhere safer. As well, some of the more southernmost Genasi are being brought to close to the Plains of Wrath, just in case something does happen that they'll need the infrastructure. The Goblinoids have been made aware of the issue and have agreed to take in Genasi.
Okay, good. Can I go find Leo,
People beneath the
please?
ocean. Yep, go ahead.
She's gonna go look for him.
Sorry, for who?
Leo.
Leo. Okay. Go ahead and just give me a general investigation check. 26. Okay. You find what's basically his booth. He doesn't seem to be there at the moment, but there's another Azer sitting there who nods to you in recognition, and Ignan basically asks what you need.
I need to speak to Leo about something important.
Fine. Any funny shit, and well, whatever. He can deal with you. You see him kind of pull out a little stone and use it to cast a spell. And Leo steps out from the stone behind the booth and onto the ground. You called?
I did. We need to discuss the Phoenix.
Do we now?
Yes, we do.
Well, shall I make this a public thing, or is this something you just want to speak to me about?
Whatever you feel comfortable with. This is something more so that I would like to discuss simply with you and would not like a long-winded debate about, but if you desire to make it such, I really can't stop you.
No, I'll honor your wishes. It's okay. And he nods to his Azer, and he kind of steps away. I do notice as he does so that the air around you guys seems to warp a little bit. Just don't worry, we'll have our privacy. Just go ahead. And he takes a seat, and you see a stool kind of appear beneath you.
Nestor will sit and kind of adjust Jade, who I'm assuming is kind of staring at Leo like, what the fuck is that?
Oh yeah, she's got like massive pupils right now.
Don't mind my daughter. She's never seen an Azer before.
No, I don't suspect she has. But please, this phoenix you bring up, you'll have to let me which one. I've met a couple.
It currently sits in the ruins of Peduncle.
Oh, that one.
Yes, the Lord of the Destruction of Flame.
Yes. Rather long-winded title if you ask me, but yes.
He desires to return home, and you're
I'm
the
sure
only
he
one I
does.
can think of that could bring him there.
Oh. And how do you propose that I would be able to do that?
I'm not sure. I was hoping that we could work something out. I want him to return home. I don't like the concept that I understand Phoenix is all about dying and rebirth, but seeing something get shot down constantly in a plane that it simply is not comfortable in bothers me immensely.
Well, good intentions aside, how exactly do you propose I walk into the ruins of a city that what is perceived as my kin burnt down? How do you suppose I'm going to do that without being shot myself?
You would be given guidance by me.
And you believe that'll be enough?
Yes, I do.
Interesting.
They've watched me speak to this phoenix before. They've watched me approach it. They've watched me sit down and have a conversation with it.
Yes,
If
and they'll
I'm capable,
watch. What they'll
they have
watch
watched.
is a fire genasi who's already, from my understanding here, not a particularly trusted kind of folk, especially with a zodiac trailing behind them, walking into the ruin of their greatest failure of this war.
They want it
So if you
gone.
and they're afraid.
They want it. Yes, and they want it gone. Just as much as it wants to be back. You have my word. You will not be harmed.
Oh, it's not you that I disbelieve. I believe that you think this will work. But unless I have some sort of proof that I'm not going to get assassinated by a stray archdruid or a arcanist who doesn't like my guts, that may not even have told you that that's what they want. Who knows, maybe the little diviner will see this as an excellent opportunity to rid one more zodiac and try to tip the table before the peace talk.
If you were to die before the peace talk, the entire thing would fall apart.
You speak of things that you are not familiar with. No, if they took me out, or kidnapped me, they would have an excellent tool to force a peace talk. Probably the only tool they'll get, as they don't really hold many of the chips themselves.
Neither side wanted a peace talk. Do
No,
you know how
because
many
they are...
archdruids we had to force into even discussing peace?
Yes. And do you know why the archdruids didn't want to talk? Do you think it has been offered before? They
I
don't
know
have
there
any
have been
leverage.
offers.
You guys have
Yes.
nothing. These peace talks are a plea to the more stable minds of the Zodiacs. Not a negotiation, a plea. And as soon as they have a chance to take leverage, it changes the entire global battlefield.
Then wait until the talks are over.
That
You
I'm more
won't-
willing to do.
Then I'm alright with that. I'm not asking to go today. I'm just asking for it to be done potentially in the future, and if you were willing to even consider the offer of helping me.
Oh, of course, I would love to have a phoenix in my debt. But if you want this to work, I suggest you make this a part of the peace talks. Remove an elder elemental from the seat of rebuilding and remove part of this symbol of destruction that your own ruling archdruid decided to bring upon you. And maybe they'll agree to that.
I will bring
my
it to
side-
discussion.
On my side, I'll bring up to the other zodiacs that having an elder elemental not in this plane, at least not contained on this plane, is probably beneficial.
Is there anything you are going to desire in return for this?
No, as I mentioned, the helping of a phoenix is a powerful thing to have. Even if they don't offer a boon, the prestige it will grant me is more than enough.
Then we have an accord. I will bring the discussion to the peace talks if you bring the discussion to your side.
Of
And we
course.
will reconvene when the talks occur. I believe in 10 days' time.
In 10 days' time.
And she'll extend her hand to shake it.
He smiles and he takes it, and you can feel the almost like searing heat coming off him. You know that any other creature would have their hand immediately blister on contact, but you are immune to fire right now.
LMAO. I am immune to fire.
So he just kind of smiles up at you and, oh, I see you've gained stronger from last time.
That tends to happen as you age.
So much in so few months. I guess not even death could keep you down.
You have no idea.
Maybe I don't. Well, that, I presume you'd rather I don't shake the hand of the infant.
I would prefer not to.
In that case, I'll just wave. He just waves to Jade, and Jade kind of not quite smile, but like this, like almost. It's the word escapes me right now, but this grin, this baring of teeth, almost.
Grimace?
Oscar? Grimace?
Grimace. Thank you. That's the word I'm looking for.
As they walk away, does that like weird magical air kind of disappear?
Yeah, as soon as you step out, it seems like a bubble almost bursts, and you can kind of hear the background noise of the gathering kind of pick up again.
Mm-hmm. As they walk away, she's gonna kind of whisper to Jade, just, what did you feel?
He hurts people, but he's hurt too.
That, my dear, tends to happen with those who are stuck in a war.
She makes a kind of grouchy sound at that.
I pray that when you are older, there will be none that you have to ever fight in.
Jade turns to you, her eyes turn red. War never changes. No, I'm joking.
I'd fucking scream. No, in that case, just kind of go visit the fam, sell that kind of stuff. Do I have to make a charisma check to sell stuff? And also, can I have advantage because cute baby?
I'll say you can have a charisma check with a lower DC to see if you can get an especially good deal.
Okay. Oof. Okay, no.
Okay. Yep. Yep. And how long are you going to spend selling these?
Probably until the mid-afternoon when Rosalind and Xenia were set to come down, so a good couple of hours.
Okay. Taking the time to kind of specialize who you sell to and to spread it around the area, not taking too many bulk deals. Even with relatively low persuasion, people are willing to make fair deals with you, particularly you. Excuse me.
I wonder why.
Yeah, between everything, you could probably get like a solid 20,000 gold out of that, but 15,000 of that just comes from the headband.
Wait, you're selling it?
Oh no, wait, fuck, I didn't mean to sell it!
You're selling
Fuck. I didn't mean to sell it! No, take that out. I
Put
didn't
it
mean
on
to
the
sell it. No, I didn't mean to
Okay,
sell it.
that would change the price quite a bit.
Because I forgot I was giving that to Xenia, because it was in my note. Just
Oh, that was so
relax.
funny. That was so funny.
I'm so glad you said it.
That
I'm
was the
so
sound of pure betrayal right there.
To be fair. No. Dude,
This is why I
I'm not
like
gonna
to double check things.
Oh.
That's why I always ask people, "Are you sure?"
That was so funny though.
Well, Conrad asked me, "Are you sure?" I said no. I didn't mean to do that.
I'm
Yep.
so glad.
That was so
that,
funny.
like, I was there for you to say like that, because I was just like 15,000. Okay, for the headband. What?
So between everything else, you can get about 5,200 gold pieces.
5,200 gold pieces. That's more agreeable. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, a lot of that comes from the crystals and the coral.
Cool. Hold up. Let me delete what I have to delete.
Not the headband.
That's not
For
the
the love
headband.
of...
Not the headband.
Also, can I sell some fucking coral golem barnacles? Like, just like a little bit of them? Because,
Yeah,
my
yeah.
god.
How much earth crystal do you have left after that?
I have 330 pounds.
Okay.
Christ.
Like I
now,
said.
now I'm double checking everything.
Like I said,
So-
I have a lot.
The coral barnacles. Like, what kind of person are you trying to sell this to?
I don't know, some weird fucking guy.
Weird fucking
Okay.
water genasi.
That's fair. Oh, that's fair. How much are you selling? Like,
I don't know, like half the amount that she has.
okay.
I don't think I specified how much I took.
No, I know, but I have a bit of an idea. You could probably get like a solid it's a bit of a pawn shop style interaction. You could probably get about 30 gold pieces for it.
Okay. Valid. How much if I sold some of that coral eel shell?
Probably if you sold it to like an armorer, probably a good amount.
Alright. We're gonna sell, let's say, 10 pounds of it to an armorer?
Okay. They actually ask if you're willing to part with more.
How much are you going to give me for more?
Per pound, I could pretty easily give you about 100 gold pieces per pound.
I'm only willing to part with 10.
If you insist, I'll have to probably make a shield out of it then rather than a piece of armor. Yeah, 1,000 gold pieces. Take or leave it.
Fair enough. Cool, so that's 1,000. Sorry, I'm just looking. These fucking ball bearings, man.
How many do you
Useful
have?
thing, honestly.
I have 950 because 50 are impossible bomb question mark.
Hey Sky. What?
Yeah,
What if we make potassium ball bearings?
I'd
Pull
be
the
down.
fragment.
Okay, good to know.
Just add water.
Literally. How about some dwarven poison ale?
That's literally just alcohol.
Oh, well, damn.
Just dwarves are resistant to poison, so they just kind of get drunk off it.
Out of curiosity, is anybody interested in a lantern of revealing? Because I've had it for so
It's-
fucking long.
It's useful.
It is
Yeah, keep
extremely
that one.
useful in the
It's
right
useful.
thing.
We just
Okay.
haven't dealt with a lot of invisible people. It's good to have. It as someone who has constantly used a lantern of revealing, it's good to have.
Yeah, I
Valid.
started having my big bad scry on them, and they caught on to that, and now the lantern of revealing is always on. So now,
Fair
whenever
enough.
a scry happens, I'm just like, and you see a little scrying sensor. What do you want to do with it?
Also, can I get somebody to identify the stinger of a scorpion?
You have identified. Or do you want biological identification?
Biological identify.
Let Xenia wear the headband of intellect and I'll help you out.
No,
Too
you're able
late,
to find a poison.
Mwah.
You know this is something Fergus would be good at, but you do find a kind of a desert poisonous arachnid expert. It's the desert. It's the Genasi desert. There's scorpions everywhere. There's someone who's good at this. They can basically identify it as a particular strain of scorpion that's well known for having like a long-term poison that takes like a couple days to kill someone.
Cool. Does the stinger still have poison inside of it?
No, it is long dried up.
She's gonna look to the dude. Do you want this?
I guess.
I'll give it to you for 5 copper.
Yeah, I'll take that. Sure.
Valid. I'm just trying to get rid of shit.
I get it.
Can I go to like a collector kind of guy?
You go to the same guy with the pawn shop guy.
All right, I'll go back there and be like, "Hi. I have a plank from a submarine that's a couple kilometers down in the ocean, and it was one of the vessels that the Lost City probably used to use. How much would you give me for that?"
Go
She
ahead and make a
holds out-
persuasion check.
She's just gonna hold out.
Convince this man of your totally legit bullshit.
No,
It's
this is
true,
genuine.
It is genuine, but
This is
it
genuine.
doesn't sound like it should be.
Yeah, again, totally legit bullshit.
He just kind of looks at you and just, I'm good.
You can look at it, and she takes out the submarine plank.
He looks at it. I'm good.
Suit yourself. She'll go back to the dude who identified the scorpion. Do you know anybody who can identify fish eyes?
I mean, there's a couple of fishmongers, I think. They're not really selling much of anything else at this point. Most of it's gone bad.
Sounds good. She's gonna go over to the fishmongers and pull out the unidentified fish eye and just... Do any of you know what what fish this came from? I found it in the deep sea.
Hold on.
I warned you, I was gonna start selling
They have
weird
no
shit.
clue.
Oh no.
They have no clue. It's an Iowa fish. They have no clue.
Are there any deep sea water genasi? Or tritons nearby?
You'll find water genasi, not many tritons.
How many tritons?
If you find one, you'd be surprised.
Okay, I'm gonna go look for a water genasi.
Yeah, you're probably talking to one, honestly, the fishmonger.
Alright. Can you point me to an associate of yours? Because I just really want to get this identified. Because I'm
He
just
just
kind of
looks
carrying...
at you with a blank stare. Are you asking to see my manager?
No,
I'm in the middle of fucking typing it!
Esther just kind
You
of
say
looks...
with a baby on your chest, and
Karen, Phoenixkin.
Oh no.
Esther, stop! I hate that. Esther just kind of looks and goes, "What? No, I figured you owned this stall. I just want
no,
to know."
I do. That's why I was asking. It's an eye of a fish. What do you want me to say?
I just want to know if anybody can tell me what fish this is from.
Probably not very easily. Look, it's a fish eye. You should just kind of cut those out and toss them.
It came from a submarine. I want to know if it's useful.
If you're hungry, I mean, like, probably.
Oh my god. Thank you. Regardless. No, I refuse for that to be a thing.
Well, okay, you asked.
No, I'm talking about the fucking chat.
Oh.
And she'll just kind of give like a bit of a nod. Jade gives a bit of an awkward wave, and we're gonna go across the market to find another genasi, because my god, that was awkward.
Are you just looking for another water genasi?
I'm just trying to find some. I'm looking for like.
Wow,
another
asking to
fucking-
speak to the manager and racial profiling?
Oh
That
my
random
god,
lot.
I'm just trying. I'm trying to find another fishmonger that's on the other side of the market.
Okay, make an investigation check.
Jesus Christ, I just want to know what this eye is of. Watch it be a beholder eye. Just watch. Fuck you. Fuck you.
Of course you rolled a 31.
Fuck you. Fuck you.
Wow.
Identify my fish eye, god damn it.
So you find the Surfer Arch Druid.
Good.
He just kind of looks at you like, hey, what is that? Is that a fisheye?
It's a fisheye I found, and I'm surprised you noticed the fisheye before you noticed the baby. But
I noticed the baby. I recognize what a baby is. Just want to make sure I recognize that eye.
I'm trying to find out what fish this eye came from because I found it in deep sea wreckage, and I just want to know what fish it came from. But apparently, nobody knows. Do you know?
Hand it here.
She'll hand over the fish eye in a glass bottle.
Yep, he kind of tips the bottle out and looks at the fish eye and pops it in his mouth. Starts chewing. It's a really big tuna.
Alright. I
You can
suppose
see
that was...
the kind of like, you can see like this like blue blood from the inside of the eye, like coating his teeth as he chews on it.
Do
pretty good.
tuna have blue blood?
Well, their eyes do. Most blood inside of eyes are blue.
Interesting. Did not know
What
that.
talks to you?
Valid, fair, Jesus Christ. Out of curiosity, have you ever heard of a... Huh?
Sorry, the chat's killing me. Keep going.
No, it's hurting me. Jesus Christ. Have you possibly ever heard of a submarine that capsized, in the deep sea?
Like, the Endless Ocean, you mean?
Yes.
Not sure if capsize is the nautical term for it, but I've heard of it happening. Yeah, I've helped save a few.
We found this submarine, and she'll kind of pull out one of the little, like, explosive crystals. Explosive coral. We found... It's like a very, very small one, goddamn. But she'll kind of pull it out. We found these, and it appeared the ship had been blown apart from the inside out. Can you tell me what these are?
I mean, the coral?
They're explosive.
Well, that's cool, actually. I was gonna chew this one too, but I guess it's a bad idea.
Oh, please don't!
Okay.
For the love of the gods, please don't!
Sounds to me like you've got more knowledge on this than I do. I've never seen this.
Well, at least I can delete the fucking fisheye. I'm so mad.
You can kind of delete it.
Well, he ate it, so... Well,
How else do you expect someone to identify the eye of a fish separate from the fish?
I don't know, man. I don't know. I was hoping, but whatever.
Unfortunately, marine biology is not quite as sophisticated here.
Valid. Just know that if I ever ate the eye of a fish in front of my professor, I'd be smacked upside the head so fucking hard I'd lose my degree.
Because you're trying to be a marine biologist. It's just not sanitary.
That she dissented. Stop. Stop. I hate this. This is horrible. Well, in that case, how have you been taking the gathering so far?
Pretty good. I'm kind of liking it and getting to hang out with a lot of people.
Have you heard anything about those markings? Has anybody been able to track anything down?
Basic stuff, but nothing too crazy. We think there's someone might have initiated the ritual and began it all, but no real progress.
Do me a favor. There's a man who is very powerful in one of these offshoots. His name is Elder Farron.
Oh yeah, I heard of him. He's been rounding up people trying to basically prove that well, his crew isn't exiled because legally they're not exiled, but they're kind of exiled. So like it's a whole middle ground, and, you know, politics.
Don't trust him.
Okay.
There's something very wrong with that man.
Yeah,
And
sure.
I fear that he might be the cause of a lot of the pain that these people have had to suffer.
Sure. Okay. Cool.
Just keep it in mind, please.
Yeah, I will. Don't worry.
Thank you.
Did you have any more eyes you wanted me to identify?
I have no more eyes that I need you to identify. But do you eat coral?
I've been known to eat a piece or two.
Would you like some coral?
I wouldn't mind it.
I'm
It's
gonna
got a
give
lovely
him a
texture.
pound of coral.
He looks up at you like, oh, that's more than just a snack. Okay.
I have a lot of this.
Just
You
to,
may
just to
now
check.
have some.
Just to check. This isn't the parasitic coral, is it?
No, blue bioluminescent coral. You know about the parasitic
I
coral?
just wanted to make sure. No, this is DM asking. I just wanted to make sure.
God, no! I'm not trying to kill the man. No, the samples are in.
I just wanted to check.
I know. Gareel has the samples right now. I made sure to check it off on my sheet.
Yeah, I just wanted to be absolutely sure. He goes like, yeah, I mean, ooh, it glows.
Yes.
Yeah, this is cool, awesome. I'm gonna see if I can grow this somewhere.
Welcome. Wait, I hate this. Can I sell the holy oil frying pan? I hate it.
How dare you? How
I
dare
hate it.
you?
I hate it.
Yeah,
I hate it so much.
if you would like to sell the frying pan, you could.
Can I please?
You can find basically the equivalent of an artificer trinket maker.
You could regift it to Xenia. Put a bow on it. It's just a frying pan.
I think Xenia would be kind of offended, I'm gonna be honest.
Xenia would be offended, and also Headband of Intellect giving to Xenia.
It does half damage on Sacred Flames on a save. That's kind of hot.
Yeah, but it does the 1d8 version.
Oh.
Basic cantrip. I'm selling the fucking frying pan.
Okay.
Oh.
Give me a persuasion check to see how well you managed to sell this.
Can I try to see if Jade can give this dude a mental push to be like, ah yes, frying pan, cool.
You want to see if your 2-year-old can charm a shopkeep into giving you extra money.
To be fair, she's a weird 2-year-old.
That wasn't the part that I was questioning. I was questioning moral implications. Because she will if you ask. She'll try.
I know, and I love her for this. I just want to see... I want to test her powers, because her powers are freaking weird.
Okay.
I just want to see the extent of the shit she can do.
Go ahead and make a charisma check of your choice to do this.
Charisma check of my choice?
Yeah, like however you're trying to sell it, you can use whichever the 4 checks you'd like.
Does Pan Flute count?
No.
Damn it, that would have been really funny. Oh fuck, well I don't have anything. Oh, well, deception is highest.
I mean,
Fuck.
pretending like this thing is useful is deception.
Alright, deception it is.
Okay. Oh, God damn it, guys.
Carens.
I'm so glad I'm like halfway decent at multitasking, because this is a gem, but I'm also like so distressed by it.
Hey Conrad.
Yeah.
I'm kind of determined now to make the name in the modern, like the Mechanist campaign instead of McCarran. Just because of this.
At some point, you guys will start saying Machinist. Like Deus Ex Machina, that's how it's pronounced.
Oh, is that it?
Oh, that's how you pronounce it.
Yeah,
I
Machinist.
thought it was
We're pronouncing
machinist.
Mechanist. Yeah.
No, like Deus Ex Machina. No, anyways, you managed to... You don't see any... I'm gonna kick you in the Machinist.
The Shining?
Why?
Chaim.
My mood?
Anyways, do I sell this fucking frying pan?
You don't see any visual difference from what Jade does, although you do note she seems to be trying her best. You don't know what happens to her attempt. But he does offer you like a solid 150 gold pieces for it.
He gets a frying pan,
He does.
and I get 150 gold pieces. As we're walking away, Essel just kind of looked at Jade and just, "Are you okay? What did you do?"
Made him stupid.
Wait.
You can diminish the brain power of another individual, can't you?
No, I can. Hungry head.
Make somebody want something.
No.
Headache?
No. Asphyxiate. Kinda.
Oh my god. You limited the oxygen supply to this man's brain!
Fuck is this kid?
Oh my god, what the fuck? Esther's just gonna kind of look to Jade.
Jade, that's the effects of like a heart attack.
She's just gonna kind of look.
Stroke.
No, neither. It's
Wait,
technically the effects of low oxygen environments.
Oh my god.
Is that not different from bad blood flow?
It's very different.
Okay.
Blood flow also brings nutrients. Just oxygen is very different.
Okay.
Yeah, okay. In that
Jade, you're
case,
giving this man the bends.
Esther's gonna
No,
look to
that's technically
Jade.
the one.
Yes. Esther's gonna look to Jade, look back to the dude as they're walking away, look to Jade, just go, okay. We only did that to test your abilities and to see what you could do.
You said only do if you ask. And you asked.
Exactly, and you did very well. But
Yay!
if
Force
anybody
that.
else, yes, we will have more French toast. If anybody else ever asks you to do anything like that, you say no, okay?
Okay.
And if you ever want to make somebody do something, you don't do that. You just ask nicely. And if they say no, you have to listen, okay?
Not even a little?
Not even a little.
Okay.
Okay.
French toast?
Esther's gonna
Popcorn?
ping Xenia. Esther's just gonna ping Xenia and be like, Xenia, for the love of all the gods you have ever spoken to, please bring down some more French toast.
Esther, the dwarves got into it like an hour ago.
I need just one piece, please. Please
Esther,
bring down one piece. My daughter almost gave a man brain damage. Please bring down
What?
Almost.
That's technically
gonna
short term brain damage.
Almost.
Esther, I know your child is a little scary, but from some parenting techniques, I think you have to learn to say no sometimes.
Listen,
I
Esther's
know.
gonna- 1 second. Esther's gonna take out a handful of popcorn kernels, pop them in her hand, and hold them out for Jade. Basically put
Jade
them
goes
in the
clapping every
flame.
time one pops.
I love my kids so
I know she
fucking
can,
much.
like, feasibly kill all of us at once.
It's okay.
No,
She knows.
Technically, there's standard gross.
She knows not to do that again. On another hand, I got 150 gold for that cursed frying pan.
Very nice.
So,
We're still out of French toast.
that's fair. She has popcorn now. She's fine. I'll meet you and Rosalind by the center of the city.
That's cool. I'm gonna ask Rosalind if she wants a piggyback ride.
In that case, Esther's gonna start going towards the center of the city, popping popcorn for Jade as they walk. Yeah,
Okay.
Conrad, this is me genuinely just trying to test the limits of how
Oh,
far.
no, I know. I would just like. I love you doing these questions because I can't wait for you to note these similarities in her abilities.
The what? Sorry.
Oh, there's a pattern.
There's
There is
a
a pattern.
pattern.
Yes, there is a pattern.
She made someone's head hurt. She brought nightmares. Conrad,
Yes.
why does everything she have to do with the mind and the head?
I mean, that one's the obvious connection. I'm talking about
Psionic.
the more subtle connection.
Clearly,
Yeah.
psionic, but specific.
Go ahead and roll me an insight or a Arcana check for me.
Oh, for the love of God, I want to know what the fuck is
Actually,
going on.
you can make a mom check if you'd like.
Mom check it is. Fane can give advantage on wisdom and intelligence, right?
Yep.
I'm going all out. Not too bad. Kind of shit, but not too bad.
24. To put it in a polite way,
Oh no.
Jade has only ever once shown a healing ability or a ability that directly helps someone else. Everything else seems to be either directly self-serving or neutral and capable of injury.
I don't know what that entails, Conrad.
She's able to basically pick out people's thoughts. She can mind read against
Yes.
people's will.
She does things for herself and or neutral. She's only done something to help somebody once, but even then it was
for a baby. It was for another kid.
yes.
And even then, that was arguably a purifying in the same way that you boil water.
Does she?
None of her abilities seem to be healing or buffing or improving. They're all either information gathering or capable of harm.
I don't know what that.
They're similar to how you basically would define evocation spells in Silence. They are capable of destruction, except for the occasional one, such as Cure Wounds.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
They are functional evocation psionics.
So I have on my hands an evocation psionic.
Sort of. It's along the same flavor. This isn't the full answer. Did not roll high enough for that, but it's along those lines.
You've got the brain equivalent of a fireball kid.
Valid, honestly, at this point. I'm just gonna kind of look at Jade as they walk and just... Yeah, I can handle this.
That's fair.
Me and my 2 siblings were worse. I can handle this.
So, in the meantime, Fergus, you've now awoken from your deep, deep sleep. In your bed, covered by a light blanket and with a glass of water sitting next to your bed. If you can hear me there, John, I'm not sure if you're still muted or not, because I saw you had to step away. Do we have him back or no?
That's really funny, Joe.
Alright, John's not back yet. Okay, cool. So, in the meantime, we have the rest of the party is going to join Esther, right? Except for Fergus, Ashton, Rosalind.
I think so.
I thought Rosalind was going down for
no,
a break.
Rosalind would take a break in the mid-afternoon, and then the twins are going down in the evening.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. Okay. So in that case, Rosalind and I presume Ashta goes with her.
Xenia was.
Yeah.
I remember
As well.
Xenia was gonna head down.
And Xenia.
Yep, I just never got a confirmation on Ashta.
Yeah.
Okay. So you guys can spend your time in.
Again, I made it. I'll just copy and paste it.
Yeah, the Fergus thing I know. Like I said, you checked on him. He seems to be okay. It seems like he was just tired. It's happened before.
I meant when he was like awake. That's all.
Yeah, that would be closer to the evening. I just honestly forgot the Rosalind thing.
Yep, that's fine.
Yeah, so the Rosalind, Ashta, and Esther thing would happen, or the Xenia thing would happen first.
Yep, that's fine.
He was gonna look at Rosalind and just go, "Do you want piggyback ride?"
I will accept a piggyback ride.
He's gonna what? Right now or next time?
At this time.
Get on!
And Rosalind hop up on the piggyback ride and just head down on the Xenia shoulder, and she doesn't fall asleep, but she's very quiet for the ride down the platform.
Xenia's like rambling the entire way to like down the platform, just like, I sometimes miss this, just like 3 amigos, the people who got tied to a tree and kidnapped by a hag crew, the people who first got don't worry about it.
First got
betrayed by a very scary enemy.
There's just a yeah from Ash's pocket from Rayla.
Thank you, Rayla, for free musketeers.
Thorn kind of looks at you. Hey.
Oh fuck! You can talk now.
Oh yeah.
I forgot about that.
Yeah.
Jim to do.
I wouldn't.
It's okay.
Rosalind's barely been here recently. It's fine.
Quiet.
Yeah.
So, okay, that was purely Thorn's side then. Never mind.
Yeah.
I don't know, guys. I feel like it's just like got some nice quality time. I always tell you guys, I love being a third wheel. It's fucking hilarious.
Insight check.
I should just like not even an insight check, just kind of like that.
May I Does
Is
it,
he lying?
may I, and does a 17 work? If so, if not, ignore it.
It's just fucking rambling. They do just like hanging out with you guys, but they don't know how to say that they really like it. Besides, I like being a third wheel.
Good. Acceptable.
There's just there's a sigh from Rayla, like, I get it, Xenia, don't worry.
Just little
Oh.
sighs, and I enjoy spending time around you as well.
Rayla, how many times have you been kicked out of the armor this week?
Twice.
Oh!
They were showering. He smells.
You've only had 2 showers this week, Asha?
I would like to remind you, Ashley, it's only been 3 days, and Ashley's been, like, out.
Oh,
Furthermore, it's medieval times. Come on.
It still could
Everything
have...
is not ideal.
Hey,
Yeah, but you
some
guys have a bath.
cultures have showers baths very frequently. Wash, at least. But yeah.
oh, what have you guys been up to? How's diplomacy? I need to learn how to do that one of these days. I have to
Oh,
find her when you're.
Rosalind, speak for yourself. I don't want to talk about it.
me either to some extent. I'd like to take a break and forget about it for just a little bit. That being said, if you ever want a crash course, Xenia helping me would be a crash course.
If I have a free day, honestly, please,
How are you with the concept of learning to swim by jumping into the deep end?
Rosalind, my impulse control is so bad I almost jumped off the platform.
I would survive that, as long as you let go of me, but would you?
I'll find out later.
I wouldn't.
I'm not going
Please
to.
don't.
But like, I'll jump off the deep end. That'll be kind of fun. It'll be kind of fun. I don't know, but do you guys want to like try some food today?
Probably.
I miss you guys.
I missed you too.
You doing okay there?
I don't know. Genuinely, I feel like it's just been a very hyperactive day. I actually like slept. I don't know how you guys do it like every fucking day. I actually like passed the fuck out. Haven't done that in like 30 years. Kind of cool. Never gonna do it again.
Oh, never.
But
Never,
maybe.
ever.
Oh, you seem to be kind of sleepy up there, Miss Sauveterre.
I'll admit a little bit.
The hair's kind of poofy and kind of comfy.
We're in extenuating circumstances right now, and you have a lot more lifespan to say never.
You do, don't I? Oh, I don't know. I genuinely can't wait until this is all over and we can all take about a week-long nap.
Well, you have an entire pillow fort to yourself to enjoy.
What if we make like secret tunnels for the pillow fort so everyone has their own area?
I think we'd need a larger room.
I think we need more pillows.
That as well.
I think that's quitter talk, Rosalind.
Oh, I'm not saying it's I'm not saying it's impossible or unviable, just that there would be an element of challenge to it that might need to be considered before starting so that we don't get halfway through, realize it's not working, and have to start over.
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, we'll make blueprints. I think that's called planning ahead.
Yes. Yes, that would be
Relative
one part of planning ahead.
Rayla just from the door goes lame.
I know, right? But like, I feel like I don't want it to topple down after like 10 hours of work.
Lame.
Exactly.
Rayla, I'm trying to be a coward right now.
Let chaos reign.
There's
No.
a to the armor.
I'm trying to be
chaos-
a coward right
Honestly, I'm gonna be honest with the both of you. Talking to 2 gods yesterday was kind of tiring.
Hmm.
Do I want to know more?
Well, one of them was because it was not my fault. I healed.
Oh, well, that makes it all okay.
I healed someone and I got to hang out with Poseidon again. He's still really cool. But then the next time,
Seems a good reason.
but the next time was genuinely a heartfelt, non-selfish reason. I wanted to go ask Poseidon to see if he'd take care of the soul of that lady because her soul finally went off to have peace, and I just really wanted to make sure she'd be like okay, and like if she wanted to like really be like flourishing in the afterlife. Accidentally met... What's up?
if she died in his domain and that was under his jurisdiction and he was doing his job right, he'd be doing that already.
Well, I like double checking. So
With a god.
Also,
Well,
we don't
Ashta?
know what god she worshipped.
Ashta,
Well,
look me in the eye. She lifts her head. Look me in the eye and tell me you would not do similar.
Yeah,
If you
I'm not
really
the I'm
wanted
not
to make sure.
I'm not the one putting faith in them.
Rayla also pops out of the armor. Esther, are you telling a cleric off for asking a god to take care of a dead person's soul? That's their job!
it's what I do.
It's not
And
their god.
actually, okay. But, hey, anyway, I didn't even talk to Poseidon. Joke's on you. I met his brother, the one who's
You
not.
just said you talked to Poseidon.
Before that, I didn't get to Poseidon the second time. I met his not whore brother, and he, we like got to talking for like 5 seconds. He didn't really know much, and he wasn't really much help. But he did like slightly kick me out of his domain, which is fine. He wasn't pissed at me. He was just like, "Okay, you're just making sure. And I know you made a wrong turn at Albuquerque and everything."
So it wasn't even guaranteed you could talk to Poseidon in the first place.
Oh,
What's in
nothing's ever
Albuquerque?
guaranteed. Albuquerque's a place in like Lucerne. It's like a really weird street.
Rayla kind of goes, Farvis!
Yeah, I'm a cleric. It's my job to talk to gods, and this was the least chaotic god talking I've ever done. I feel like I'm toning it down a little bit.
Also, Ashton, technically in this culture, most clerics serve a domain, not a god. Technically. Now, still not within Xena's domain. But,
Just don't worry about it.
yeah, the 4 gods. And
So completely.
As long as it's within the domain, most people can communicate with a couple gods. Just they tend to favor one or the other. So it's not totally.
So it's not relevant for this right now.
It's partially relevant. There's cultural
Implications?
history, like the thing in law, predecessors.
Precedent.
Thank you. There's precedent for things like this happening. It's whatever god is most appropriate is what it's called upon. But it is so extreme because it's Esther. Or sorry, Xenia.
I also wasn't going to talk to a fey god about a genasi, like an aquatic creature passing on. I wasn't going to be like, yo, Moonbow, make sure she's out, when Moonbow may not even be able to talk to her. Poseidon was the one who reached out to me before, tried to reach out to him again, got the god of the underworld instead, which I feel like still sort of that domain. Got to talk to him for like 5 seconds. He wasn't really that much help, honestly, but I feel like I'm getting the hang of this cleric stuff, and that's not being appreciated right now. This is the least chaotic I've been. I'm trying to keep control of everything.
There's a pat on the front of Xenia's shoulder from Rosalind's opposite hand.
I'm
You're doing
very-
very well.
I'm trying to make sure everyone doesn't die. Purvis is exhausted, and I don't know how to get through to him. And the 2 twins, they're very nice. They're just... they tried to eat rocks.
Rayla just goes, technically that's called salt.
I'm just very... I now know how you feel, and I'm trying to explain and be open and honest that I'm telling you this, of like, I'm speaking to gods and like to try and make sure people are okay, and I feel like making sure people are okay is part of our job. I need food.
I'm going to say I appreciate the work in battle and healing and magic. You're not going to get far if you want approval from me for talking to gods.
Oh, I'm gonna keep talking to gods, Ash. So at this point, I'm not sure if you're ever going to approve, and I'm accepting it at this point. Those are just 2 ideals we don't hold the same value for. You don't trust the gods? I'm a cleric of about 4 of them.
Yurt.
Rayla kind of puts a hand in there, like, I think technically that's called progress.
Slowly back into the chess piece.
Oh, Ashley, you're really silencing her when she's right about something? I see orders.
He silences me when I'm always right.
As looks, it's like, yeah, mm-hmm.
That's the DM.
You cannot silence me!
There's a smack on the chest plate that rings.
Did anybody hear Rosalind's wickedly threatening, but I can?
Let's just get some food. Rosalind, stop being creepy unless you want me to join in. I'll 100% join in on being creepy. But
Rosalind can be creepy on her
Actually,
own.
I'd kind of like to test something on you at some point.
Me?
Yes,
I don't know it.
I learned something interesting a few days
Oh, is
ago.
it the
but
thing?
Oh yes, the Rayla thing, but it seems.
Oh, that thing.
I'm wondering if there's just enough overlap with elves.
You learning lullabies.
Perhaps.
I have like a book of them.
I'd like to look into that at some point.
I would love to
But
show it
this
to you.
one is particularly special.
I'm horrified. I want you to try it.
I'm not going to try it right now. We're just about at the gathering, and I wouldn't want to deal with repercussions if it does work, especially if it works better than I expect.
So meet up with Esther, get some spicy food in us.
Yes.
People watch, even though we're the weirdos in this situation.
Perhaps.
We can look at people and just go, look at all those normal people and their occupations.
I wouldn't do it with quite that tone.
I'm quoting that one.
Listen to
Look
these
at all
normal
these
people and
normal
their occupations.
occupations.
You can look at a person and just go, how many taxes have you filed this year?
Rayla kind of looks at you, and you want to say that to Sammy?
I never learned how
Damn.
to do my taxes. My only tax was the hinterlands.
Is that why you're dating Sammy?
I know what Ashta's version of that people watching game would be.
How many
People
people
shoot.
will kill us right now?
That, and also how many weapons are on that person.
Sorry, games, those are safety measures.
I want to play that game.
There are
I'm
7
sorry
weapons
I
on
called-
Ash.
I'm sorry I called your training regime a game.
Let's go, Z's just gonna, take a deep breath. I want you both to cover your ears right now. I'm gonna find Esther.
Ashton does no such thing.
You can feign her.
Z is already yelling, Esther!
Are you guys in the gathering?
I think
Yeah.
we just got down there. We talked the whole way down.
You hear the distant call of Xenia.
Xenia, you get a Fane message back of, why? We have Fane?
It's not funny if you don't yell back.
Oh, well, in that case, Xenia, you hear from a great distance, ah!
Yes!
Rosalind will hop down.
Fergus can hear it from the castle and he promptly wakes up.
Yeah, at the sound of Esther yelling, Fergus's instincts are like, I must be awake now. I'm late for school. Wait, I graduated. Wait, no, I dropped out.
Wait, I don't think that was even my
I
name.
didn't go to school.
Who am I?
Where am I? Where am I? Oh my gosh.
Who am I? Where
So,
am I? When
with
am I?
that, we'll have a hard cut to
Where
Fergus
is
now.
it?
So, Fergus, as you awake by the shriek of Esther and the power of the mother, you are fully rested. You can remove the point of exhaustion.
Yeah.
And yeah, you still have the remnants of that idea with the
The thing.
yes, the project is the word I was looking for.
Yes.
You could try to make that check again to try to expedite yourself. It will be a higher DC, but it is
Will
still
be
a
a higher
possibility
DC?
to reach. Yes.
I will try.
Okay. As a note, if you do fail, you will end up at a half speed, so you only get 1 times bonus as opposed to the 2 times bonus you get from help.
Okay.
So it's risk
So
1.
what kind of check am I making?
Alchemy check, DC 30.
DC 30?
DC 30.
Fuck, okay.
Alright, so even with the help of the dwarves, you're only able to make, over the rest of the night, a total of, you would have 9 more hours.
9 more hours?
Yeah.
I'm almost to 60.
Yep, you could again work through the night. That is a possibility, but we'll get to that at the
I'll
end of the
work as
session.
much as I need to get to 60,
How much would that be? How many hours left is there?
which is about 5 hours.
Okay, yeah, you could push that. Make me a Constitution saving throw DC 15, and you will do it without getting exhaustion.
Okay. Constitution saving throw?
Yep, DC 15.
DC 15?
Yeah.
23.
No exhaustion. You managed to finish up to, it's 2 hours. Finish up to the 60-hour mark.
So
And
that
with a
means I
couple
get a
hours-
workable prototype?
You get a workable prototype, at least enough that you can do the sleep training with it.
I can do the what?
The sleep training with it, as well as a risky prototype that you can try to use in like action, which basically has a misfire score.
What is the misfire score?
That is up to you to find out when you go to use it.
Okay. Lovely.
It is a-
Tally ho then.
Fair enough. So, to use the ability of this launcher, it will require you to use both the bonus action and take no movement before that attack.
Take no movement. Okay.
So if you use that, you will have no movement and no bonus action. But you'll be able to use the ability of the launcher, which is exactly what you expect it is.
Yes.
So, as well, if you do it like this, instead of it being a 30-60 normally?
What was it?
What's the range normally? 30-60?
30-60, yeah.
It'll instead be a 45-90.
45. Nice.
So, in the meantime, is there anything especially relevant that Rosalind and the crew would like to do once they reach the gathering?
I figured it was just kind of walking around and hanging out.
Yeah, pretty
Yeah,
much
there's
that.
It's it. In that case, two of you give me D100s. I think Devin hasn't rolled this session.
Ooh,
I
Devin.
did.
Oh, did he? Okay.
Okay.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, the twin. Do you want to do the
Oh,
other?
that's right.
I guess. No.
Oh, go for it.
I haven't rolled one in a while. That's why I'm
Yep.
excited.
Yep, that's okay.
14. That's the usual.
56 and a 14. All right. Okay, so with a 14, Ashta, as you make your way through the gathering, out of the corner of your eye, you just very briefly see a drow.
Oh no.
A drow that fills you with rage.
Oh no.
Yes.
Does Asher recognize?
You very much
It's-
recognize this as
It's
Oh.
the drow.
So I have no
No.
magic right now, right?
You have no magic, no.
Don't tell Xenia.
Yeah, okay.
Please. Or tell Xenia, please.
Alright, Asher's just gonna look at the two of them.
Ashta's watching.
Okay, I didn't know if we met up with Esther by now or not.
Yeah.
Yeah, looks at the three of them and is like, I'm gonna be right back.
Can
Oh,
Can Xenia
okay.
look around and see what may have
Alright.
caught his attention?
I'll stay with these two. I kind of wanted to go to that fruit stand.
I'll find you back
Meet
real
you
quick.
up there.
Mhm.
Alright. A quick kiss on the cheek, and let him go.
Yep, Xenia, give me a perception.
Celia. You see the drow?
I'm gonna say it's not enough.
No!
Not enough.
I should have used Bane!
You've moved away at this point, I'm sorry.
I want to fight the rat bastard!
No!
Ashta, you make your way.
I want to
I want to see this.
You kind of garbled with other people talking there.
Okay, you begin to make your way through the crowd, and you can you can gain on him if you would like.
Yep, and Asher's just basically casing and watching him and seeing if he's up to anything.
Okay. Go ahead and give me an insight check and an advantage perception check.
So that's cursing people with bad poetry? I don't know.
Okay. With the insight, you can tell he's very unsuccessfully trying to flirt with a number of people. And with that perception, you note that he's trying to do it with a poetry book that seems to be self-published.
Oh.
It's more of a poetry pamphlet, to be fair. At some point, he begins to slowly make his way to the kind of central gathering place of the elders.
Oh no. Oh god.
Okay, so I just want to double check here, because I was not here for the one session. Is this similar guy as the one with the charm that was tried?
It's basically from the same establishment.
What do you mean?
Okay, I remember.
Yep. Go ahead.
I remember this pre-recording. There was a guy who kept trying to charm people, so we'd buy him expensive drinks.
Mhm.
It ended up working on Rosalind. The drow poet is the other dude who just told shitty poetry that Xenia's wanted to fist fight since pre-recording.
So yes,
So
This
the
is not
drow
the guy who
is
tried
not.
to flirt with Rosalind.
No, he's not the charm guy. He was just the
Yeah.
really bad stand-up poet and rant guy.
So
from
Asha
talent show.
wouldn't have vested interest in this.
No.
You might. You know he has some less than kind ideals. He is vaguely racist and he is really fucking stupid.
Yeah, this dude
But
was
there-
fucking shitty.
Yeah, he's still a shitty guy. He wasn't charm magic shitty, but he
So
was
this-
openly a racist trying to tell other people to be racist shitty.
So this isn't the pure rage that was described earlier. At least I was assuming.
Oh, yeah, Xenia has rage.
Yeah, I'm gonna wind that back then because I misinterpreted that.
Yep, that's okay.
So I'll at least say that Ashta does break away from the group for a moment, and he will be trailing a little bit, just to get a good idea. And then we'll return to the group, and we'll say, and we'll turn back. Xenia, I think I saw someone. If I remember correctly, there was someone you talked to like way back, and there's a faint over of like who it is, his path, general disposition.
That rat bastard!
Is that out loud?
In the drow.
Yes, he's gone.
Sorry, what just happened? As Rosalind returns from the fruit stand with a couple of like little cups of.
An attempt
I
on
think
subtlety on my end that was about as useful as a Kleenex in a rainstorm for keeping you dry.
Oh, come on! I want to go see the fight. And Esther's gonna run after Xenia.
All right, Ashton, this one's for you. You get a fruit cup and then follow.
Oh, he just kind of like takes it, glances at it, follows.
Xenia's gonna like just trail him down, watch him a little bit, see what he's doing, and then just walk up to him.
Yep. He's midway through handing a pamphlet to a small group of seems like Earth Genasi.
Are they cute?
Relatively.
Is Xenia cuter than the drow?
That's a matter of opinion.
I
Yes.
need.
So yes.
Thank you. Xenia's gonna walk up to like, is it a group of like male, female, mix of both, a little bit of Xenia's gonna look and just go, "Hello, everyone," in Primordial.
They kind of say like, "Oh, hi. Are you his friend?"
Oh, we've met, and Xenia's giving like just the cheeky little smile.
Go way back.
Wait, we have a bit of a history.
He kind of looks at you, and I have no idea who you are.
From Peduncle. The poetry? How are those?
Technically, it wasn't Peduncle. It was Valeri.
It was Valeri.
Yes.
Oh, that was pre.
It was-
Okay.
Yeah, it was the coffee shop
Oh.
thing. Remember?
Yes, Peduncle was when you. Peduncle's the guy who charmed you.
Yes.
Peduncle's the guy who
Valeri's
charmed
this
you.
guy.
Valeri's this guy. Thank you.
No, it's okay.
Okay.
I think we
Like
ran
how-
across him in
It's like 3
Lentium
years
as well.
ago. I don't blame you.
But yeah.
No, I heard you wrote poetry from before. Saw you a couple times.
Oh,
Valeri? Switching to.
Undercommon?
I do want to switch to Undercommon, yes. I was trying to. Yeah. How are those ideals going for you there, bud?
still same as ever. Why?
Maybe read one of your poems for myself and the group here. See how that goes.
Go ahead and make either a persuasion or a deception check.
Can I guidance myself or no?
I'd say you can if you're premeditating this.
Yeah. Oh, Xenia! I hate you, Xenia. I love Xenia.
He kind of looks at you and, I'm sorry, you seem to have some sort of alternative intent.
I do just want to hear your poetry.
I'm not sure I believe you.
You can believe what you want to believe. I'm here for the art of the gathering.
Well, if I find the time to do some poetry, I'm sure you'll hear it and you can come find me.
I'm sure we'll reconnect then.
Yes.
And Xenia's gonna go off.
Okay.
And the actual Xenia's gonna pants him.
What? Perfectly fair.
Well then,
hold on. I need to make one small adjustment to the vibe. Hold on. Where is it? Hold on. There
There it is.
There we go. So his pants fall down. Like there's no getting around that. His pants just like drop to the ground. You have a strength score. If you wanted to rip them in half, you probably could too.
That counts as an attack. I do just want to do just the pants down.
I'd say that it would almost be accidental. You have a strength of 24.
There's like at least there's a rip in the butt that isn't noticed until he pulls them back up.
Yeah.
Yeah. He kind of looks at him like, oh Jesus. Sorry.
Xenia just walking away. The other one's just going. Invisible Xenia has 100% taken the belt and put it in the bag of holding.
Okay. He goes kind of like fumbling for it and see that the Genasi are now laughing at him. You see there's a couple of the more burly looking Genasi kind of keeping a close eye on him.
Yep, Illusory Xenia's walking towards the group at the 10-foot mark. I think Rosalind's witch sight would kick in.
Yeah.
Yep.
You can see very clearly that it's not actually Xenia.
I think it's like 15 feet, but yeah, so if we're that close, I could probably see actual, or at least get a sense of actual Xenia.
Actual Xenia's just like walking just a long way around back towards you guys. Snap spell ends.
At some point, Jade points a finger towards the from close, Esther, you can tell that she's pointing past him, but it looks very much like she's pointing at him. And she basically yells out, "He's exposing himself!"
Oh my god.
Oh no.
And very quickly, those burly Genasi come in very close to him and grab him by the arms.
Look here, buddy.
Look here, buddy. There are kids
all
here,
right.
you motherfucker.
Pretty much, and they grab one of the pamphlets, and he opens it, and you see that the drow begin to almost like stutter and like, no, it's just some of my poems and my my essays. And you see the Genasi, one of the taller ones. He reads out loud. It says, "It's not that the other Genasi are less intelligent. No, it's not their fault. They just haven't been allowed the education of the more civilized races."
Hot takes, this man.
Oh no. Oh no, he really brought his mind comp to the
in the
fucking
area.
Oh no.
Molten.
Xenia's gonna use thaumaturgy and make it seem like the laughs around him are getting more and more.
It's not even laughs. It's a moment of silence and then just very swift anger from a lot of Genasi nearby.
Asha looks over and it's like,
Okay.
oh
He's
wow,
gonna die.
I think I'm getting some of it back. I can feel the elemental energy in the air.
Okay, then with the thaumaturgy, can Xenia sort of like amplify a bit of the grumbles going on in that range? Just like
I'm
more
sure
like
there's some Genasi
circling
there
around
doing
him.
that too.
Yeah, there is it very quickly an energy that is not a happy one here.
You ruined the vibe. Now it's time for you to die.
And from behind Esther, G's gonna like join a crowd a little bit and just yell in Primordial, "Get him out of here!"
1 sec. I didn't realize I was muted. I wanted to do something.
Yep, go for it.
Before you yell "get out of here," but after the casting the thaumaturgy, Esther kind of looks to you, Rosalind, and just kind of gives a very light shrug. Just to approach the men, baby in hand, the burlier Genasi, and just, please, he exposed himself in front of my child.
Oh,
Get
give
him
me a
out
mom
of
check.
here!
Oh no.
Xenia's guidancing Esther. Get him out!
Channel the Karen.
He exposed
I'm
himself
giving
in front of
myself
my
an
child.
advantage.
Oh no.
He exposed
Seriously,
himself.
I think this
He's a
technically
child.
counts as an evocation spell. So like,
Add the guidance. Add the
Okay,
guidance.
oh my god.
Roll a d4. 36.
36.
Vitriolic Sphere is the name of this general locale right now.
So, okay, I would like to briefly remind the party that a 36 is the equivalent of a challenge that a god would give someone.
Good.
That's actually just 30, keep in mind.
So,
We just
As you
harassed him out.
As you say this, one of the, like a separate, like, large Genasi grabs him by the shirt and just goes, "Who's your fucking sponsor?" And he just goes, Well, I mean, technically I don't have one, but and immediately.
Oh no.
Technically.
I love that. Who's your fucking sponsor, you AA motherfucker? No. Like, the fact that. Oh, true. He just came in here on his own, didn't he?
Yeah.
Dumb fuck.
No.
Yeah, that's a very big fuck up.
One of them turns to you and actually recognizes you, Esther, and just goes, "Could we ask for you and your folks' help escorting him out of here?"
Oh, I will.
Oh, absolutely. I believe my lovely elfin friend here would be more than happy to remove such racist scum.
I'd love to.
And they basically like start carrying him like alongside you. They're not leaving him alone with you, but they're asking you to basically keep a watch just in case.
Yep.
Out of curiosity, Conrad, what
He's probably
tribe?
dragging behind him as he gets dragged because he has no belt anymore.
He's
yes,
just like,
What tribe are these men from?
they're kind of. I believe one. Okay, hold on. I don't have the names memorized.
While he's checking
I
that,
have one
also, Ashta is feigning over all of the dealing with drunkards, including himself, and dealing with rowdy folks experience he has to Xenia. So it's like, no, you gotta hold the arm behind the back and this way to really get them moving. And if they say anything, you give this wrist a twist just this way.
oh, and in Undercommon, Xenia's just like singing under their breath, "You reap what you sow."
These guys are Lumen Conquistador.
Okay, because I was wondering if any of them were some of the kids that Esther had raised, because that would have been really funny.
No. This would be people from a different, at least a different sect of your tribe, if they were. But they're unfamiliar to you. But they are very clear of the like more warrior type, and apparently of the very angry type as well.
Good, I love them. They're my new sons. I've adopted them.
Yep. As they basically drag him to the edge of the camps and toss him into like the basically the ring of exiles, the people who were not allowed into the gathering. You see them, the people there, kind of like look very strange because this is very unusual, especially this late in the gathering. And one of the guards actually just spits on him as they throw him to the ground.
And Esther will kind of call out to the exiles. And are there any that she recognizes from when she was trying to help them?
Go ahead and make a perception check.
Just he hates you guys too. Don't worry.
Oh yeah, basically he's just completely racist. Kick him out.
You're the next part in this curb stomp assembly line.
Nearby, because you guys typically land in the same area because that's where your family is, you would see the woman who you cleared of the marks. She's
and Esther will kind of look towards the woman and go, "He's incredibly racist. I'd advise you dispatch of him, as we have."
This bitch is gonna die.
And they kind of look kind of nervously at the guards, and they just kind of shrug and turn away. Just there's an over the shoulder kind of toss. Do what you want. And
Valid enough.
I'll say this: they don't immediately lay into him. They do very quickly surround him, though.
I feel like we should go before this gets too graphic.
We're going to leave because my child does not need to see this. And she's going to turn to the guards who basically kicked the dude out and go, "Thank you all so much."
Gentlemen.
Happy to do it, Miss Mackin. And
Sounds
Sir Elf?
Works. No, it works.
Sir. And then cool. Nod to you, Ashta. Kind of instinctively kind of nod to you as well.
The guard
And
nod.
almost like bow to Rosalind.
Yep. I imagine like there's a bunch of these exiles sitting there like, oh, is that an outlet for our frustrations right now?
That's pretty much exactly what that was. So congratulations. I was waiting for someone to roll below the level.
Pardon me?
A channel divinity summon this bitch?
Kind of. I was kind of waiting to see someone roll below their level to get him. Yeah. That being said, Rosalind, as you have the pomegranate, it doesn't taste right. As you kind of like dive back into that as you kind of walk away and go back to what you were doing beforehand.
Mm-hmm. All right.
It tastes like real gross.
Yeah, she'll eat around it as best she can after that first bite, then, and just dispose of the rest.
As you eat into it, like it looks like it should be fine and healthy, but it just for some reason like the sweetness that should be in your mouth it's bitter and mushy.
Ash, does this taste off to you?
There's an immediate like jolt, like get your fate analyzed, send to Fervus.
Ash, I don't mean that.
Please.
I mean, I meant has it gone off?
Do it anyways.
All right, if you insist.
Maybe that guy just threw a spell at it to soil food as he was heading off. I don't know.
Okay.
I was holding his arms. You better not have.
I'll have the Fane analyze it then. The taste.
Yep. They do analyze it, and if it gets sent to Fervus, go ahead and make for an alchemy check.
For your alchemy check.
With advantage, technically, I think for you.
Nice. Yep. 26.
Okay. The short of it is, Esther, that same scorpion poison that you found last time is in this pomegranate.
Does this get sent to everybody?
I assume it gets sent back quickly enough that this gets disseminated.
Yeah, Rosalind, that gets smacked out of your hand.
I stopped eating. She stopped eating it as it was, but yep.
You
Oh
know
no!
it's simple enough to curd. An anti-venom will be enough, but...
How did that?
Well,
How did that
Rosalind?
end up
Fervus
in
is
that?
coming down with a. Fervus is coming down with a shiny new thing, but he does have anti-venom with him.
Asha is giving a perception check right now.
I got
Wait
less
a minute.
restoration going on Rosalind.
Before everybody starts freaking out, Rosalind, where did you get that from?
Just the fruit stand, the same one we went to last time.
Show me. Take me there now.
And I'll do that.
We should throw out all the food we got from
Once
the
again,
hospital.
Asha is just giving a look around everywhere there right now.
Yeah, Fervus is coming down with an anti-venom.
Xenia's lesser rest on Rosalind.
Oh, that shouldn't be advantage.
Yeah, it very quickly cures. Is it the same roll, though?
Actually, you know, he would have feigned, honestly, in this particular instance.
Yeah, that's fair. Actually, you see actually crawling away from the kind of discarded pomegranate, a small scorpion crawling out of it.
Oh, no.
Asha will point to it and like with a gloved hand grab it.
Esther actually screams.
Yeah, it tries to sting at you, but it can't get through the glove.
Yep. Yep. And there's just a quick like Esther turn away.
In here, and she was gonna take out a glass bottle and just put it in.
Yep.
And she's going to cork it and basically hand it back to Ashta and just keep it in that. We're going to go talk to that merchant because he might not know that there's scorpion in his product. She's gonna feign Fervus. Yeah, she's gonna feign Fervus. You don't have to come down. Keep working on what you're doing. We cured the poison already. You're fine.
And there's another one. It's like we have the scorpion if you need anti-venom on this.
If you want an anti-venom, we did keep the scorpion. If you'd ever like to make one in the future, we'll keep it alive for you. Anyways, to the fruit market.
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah, this is kind of like in the middle of you working on Fergus.
Yeah.
But so you guys head to the fruit market, and you actually find like a bit of a crowd gathered around the stall, basically.
Oh no.
And you see that the merchant seems to be on the ground being helped by a couple healers and seems to have been stung by a scorpion of some kind. As well, you can see a number of squashed scorpion chitons, like all around him. It seems that there was like a bunch of them here, like easily over 30.
Oh god. Esther's gonna... Xenia, can you do that thaumaturgy thing again? Get everybody to clear out of this area.
Yep, Xenia just thaumaturgy. Maybe Rosalind's better at communicating it. But
between the four of you, it's enough to get people going, especially if at some point Jade will start like pointing at people and like saying kind of thoughts that are invoking scary thoughts. Enough that you guys can get to the guy. And you can see that he's being appropriately healed. He's already had restoration cast on him. He's got an anti-venom being fed to him. But it hurt him pretty bad.
And Esther will approach one of the healers that is helping and just... It's this scorpion. It's in the pomegranates.
They take a look at it. No, these are... And look, and she grabs one of the other ones. Like, it's a different one. That one's slow acting. This one was very fast. We don't know where they came from. They just all appeared all of a sudden. We think someone conjured them.
They were in the pomegranates as well. My friend was poisoned too. Wait a minute. And she's going to go over to where the pomegranates are. And basically with the quarterstaff, can she knock one onto the ground and crush it open?
Yeah, you do, and like 4 or 5 scorpions crawl out of it.
Holy
Little
fuck!
tiny baby ones.
And she'll step on them, crushing them.
Yep. They do try to sting at you, but between your fucking armor class at this point and everything, you can take care of that.
Yep. Astral just looks at Esther and it's like, wow, mouth just gave up there. The council can send messages to everyone here, right?
Yes.
Can you get a message to them?
I've got Thorn. Here.
Send Thorn. Send a message right to the council. Tell them everybody who has bought a pomegranate from this location needs to throw it away now, preferably burn it.
They might not be able to get that message out that quickly, but I will still send it to them so they're aware of the situation. I'll send Thorn off.
Yep. Yeah, Fergus immediately takes... Thorn immediately takes flight and makes his way to the center pavilion to the other council members.
I think this is no longer shenanigans.
Yep. Oh, yeah. I can't hear the music, sorry, so...
Okay.
She'll basically go up to the healer and just, look, it's in the pomegranates as well.
Yeah, no, I know. We're trying to take care of him first. Hold on.
I know.
You see, they're like basically trying to keep the magic going long enough that every time he like basically drops to 0 and gets bumped back up, it doesn't keep dropping down. He's been stung a number of times.
Oh. Is there still a crowd gathered around kind of idea?
No,
like looking?
Again, with the 4 of you and everything going on, they've cleared out very quickly.
Okay. Is this man conscious?
I was gonna say as well, just during that, can Ashton do like a survival check around to check for any like signs of tampering tracks, anything like that?
Yeah, and you have your guard abilities. Go ahead and do that with advantage.
Nice. 10.
Yep. 10, that's okay. It's pretty easy to see. You can, just looking through, and again, with your fucking 20 perception before, you can pretty clearly see the spent components of a spell nearby the pomegranates. It's just a basic Conjure Beast spell, but it seems to have been upcast to summon this many.
Do you relay that?
Yep, and I just basically putting a crime document together in the vein.
What spell class caster can cast that?
A lot of them you can. I used to be able to.
Bards can learn spells from any class too. You know that
Is
much?
it a common druid spell?
It definitely. It really is. Do you know any druid that may have done it?
No, but many of them have things against the Gathering. I wouldn't be surprised. Well, at least we know that it was done here, and that this man had nothing to do with it.
So this specific version of the spell is only Druid and Ranger.
Oh, this is some nature shit.
Yeah, Asha glances over to Xenia. I know you're not anymore, but
this is some nature shit. I would recognize it. I studied with them.
So this was either Druid or Ranger.
Yep.
Right.
If
in that case,
assuming it's not someone else aping their spells.
I don't have the spell I want to try prepared. Fuck.
Conrad, is the man conscious?
He's going in and out of it. Basically, Lesser Restoration can only cure 1 poison at a time. So they're basically just juggling between Lesser Restoration, Slight Healing, to get him basically back above 0. Whenever he drops below 0, Spare the Dying, Lesser Restoration, get him back up, just repeatedly trying to get through each one. He got stung, if you ask them, easily like 10 or 12 times.
Okay. Christ. Alright, in that case, could I, can I try to talk to him while he's going on like this?
You should probably wait till he's more stabilized. He's in a lot of distress right now.
I'm probably not going to use the spell today, so Esther is going to lay her hands on him, and give me a minute, I gotta make sure it's at the right level. She's gonna lay her hands on him.
Okay.
And he's up
and
by
immediately
70.
just these almost like purifying flames cover his body, this white fire. And as the other healers kind of jump back for a second, very startled, and like one instantly grabs you by the shoulder to stop you, and you see him kind of like sit up very quickly and just like, okay, that was a he kind of like pats his chest and like starts patting his legs. And Miss Mackin?
Yes, welcome back to the land of the living. You were stung quite a couple many times. These fine folk here were attempting to stabilize you, but I need to talk to you immediately.
That's fair. And about now, you guys hear like the notification from the elders be kind of like ringing through the plaza.
Were
Says,
there...
Yeah, I didn't. I don't know. I don't know what happened.
You were stung by numerous scorpions. Very
No,
fast.
I know. I don't know where they came from. It wasn't me.
I will throw a quick insight on that.
Go for it.
Yeah, we'll feign this. He's pretty vested here.
I don't think he's a druid.
Yeah, he's being completely honest. He's very clearly just a merchant. He has no magic to him.
Okay.
Esther will kind of hold out a hand for him to hold. Again, this is the matron mother kind of kicking in. It's all right. We know it wasn't to you.
Can you think of anybody... Sorry.
No, it's okay. Go ahead.
Can you think of anybody who might try to do something like this? Someone you know?
And do you want to...
Me specifically, no.
I need to ask, have you served any druids today?
Yeah, a few. None in the past hour or so.
Have you served any rangers?
Probably one or two. Again, I kind of just sell a bunch of fruit. I don't pay too much attention to each customer.
That's okay. I understand. Christ. So what's happened is, and she'll basically explain, like, in your pomegranates, there are scorpions. It's slow-acting poison, but I think it was meant to hurt a lot of people.
Yeah, he kind of... Yeah.
The council has sent out a message. Anybody who has taken from this fruit stand won't be eating anymore until we find out what's happened. I'm so sorry for what this might do to your business.
That's the least of my concerns. I just hope no one's dead or hurt or anything.
The poison is slow enough that it would be noticed. We'd be able to heal it in time. You, however, you're lucky that people got to you in time.
Benefits of being the friendly fruit seller in the desert, I guess. He kind of half smiles.
Are you sure there's nobody who would make an... Your stand is rather popular. Are you positive there's nobody who would make a specific attempt on your life?
Not something like this. I mean, every gathering I sell a bunch of fruit. I buy them at a pretty nice price, but nothing crazy. I just live in a particularly lush area.
Okay.
Is the Archdruid of the area is he in the area right now?
Good perception check.
Okay. And yep, 27.
27. Okay.
Could Asher throw in perception on that? What he was doing as well?
Yeah, go for it.
Would it be advantage for his
Yeah, same guard thing, yeah.
Yep. Alright.
Okay, 29. Ashton, you catch it first. But almost like a smoke haze in the distance, you just see a rather tall-looking Genasi. And for a half second, his smile is wide and red. And then he disappears into the crowd. You feel the kind of fame begin to ping for a second in your brain as you first notice him, and then it disappears. You notice him too eventually. You're relatively certain you just watch Bill walk away.
Fuck.
Are you fucking serious?
Ash up.
There's like, not literally, but there's steam coming off him.
Then you're just gonna silently
What'd you see?
this on Ashta. Feign that Bo, wand of polymorph, turn into a giant hawk, and see if Ashta wants to get picked up with true seeing on him, so we can see if there's anything invisible, just in case he didn't teleport yet.
Wait, do spells still not work on Ashta?
Aw, spells don't work on him?
They don't. healing healing magic whale, but that's about it.
Oh
Here.
fuck! That's
Xenia, Rosalind, take Jade. Xenia, take me.
Xenia's gonna cast True Seeing on themselves because they do have the higher thing, and cast Wand of Polymorph on Esther as
Okay.
Giant
Okay,
Hawk.
fair enough.
As soon as you cast True Seeing on yourself,
Yeah.
You do notice that one of the distantly disguised fire genasi is actually Leo. He's not doing anything outward. He's just watching, seemingly genuinely curious.
Xenia's just gonna give him a nod.
Yep, he sees you and nods back, and you see in you still speak Druidic, right?
Yes, I do.
He basically gives you the symbol of I mean no harm. I'm wandering through the area.
Yep, Xenia's gonna believe him.
And he kind of just nods and again just keeps watching. He doesn't make any big motion. But
Xenia's probably just gonna give a Druidic sign back and just keep watch.
He nods. And sorry, who are you polymorphing?
I'm polymorphing Esther into a giant hawk to carry Xenia around and do a sweep of head.
Yeah,
Okay,
Rosalind, you are now in charge of Jade.
I have Jade, yes.
Jade doesn't seem to like the outpouring of negative emotion around, but she's handling it pretty quietly.
I'm sorry about this.
Esther's gonna give her her stuffed corn toy to fiddle with while I know she's upset right now.
In the meantime, you grab onto Xenia and go ahead and make an advantaged perception check.
Double advantage because of fame?
Sure.
Scria!
30 only.
30 needs to beat them. Okay.
Die!
You see, as you kind of like fly around, you see the same house that you guys were sleeping in when the Deathclaw attacked. You see him step into the doorway, and as he passes the threshold, he just disappears. You've seen him cast portals like this before. He's
Fuck, I was so close. I had anti-magic field.
Yeah.
Fuck. Wait. He goes to the house we were sleeping in before. Isn't that where my family is?
No, they moved houses because of the whole Deathclaw.
Oh, okay, good. I'm just making sure, because holy fuck, I'd be like shitting myself.
It basically got cordoned off because of the breaking the roof and just any association it has, as well as the dead mummies in the back.
There's just a cacophony of swearing through the fane. And just an I'm sorry to Ashta.
There's no response, but it's the equivalent of like that high pitched flashbang whine noise of just, in the silence, like the ears ringing.
Yeah, that's what their brain is right now, just fucking swearing and just hearing that high pitched noise. They can't hear shit outside of Fane right now.
Esther will take a swoop back.
Yeah.
Actually, you know what? Might as well peruse the rest of the area while we're
Once more.
looking.
No,
Sorry,
once more.
With that DC 30, there's most of it is just make people look more attractive.
You're kind
Sorry, I'm cutting out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. Let me reconnect.
I'm a hawk. Can I make a perception check?
He just
Yeah.
disconnected.
No, I'm just
Hawks
asking
have
because I
good
don't know.
perception.
Yep. Test.
Hello.
Hi, Conrad. Because I'm a hawk. Can I make a perception check?
I've basically been you granting your advantage on Xenia. Because
Okay.
Xenia would have a much higher bonus.
Valid. Okay.
If you'd like, you could still make one. But you'd make it without advantage. I'm basically giving the advantage to Xenia.
That's fair. I just want to see what I see.
Yep. I think with your perception would be higher. So go ahead and make your perception check. 21.
I don't know
Nothing
what
of a
that is
special.
plus hawk.
It would just be your perception check because your bonus is higher. So you do note a couple other areas as well as you, obviously, Xenia. A couple people who also seem to have either dropped and been cared for by other healers. Most of them carrying fruit of some kind or fruit scattered on the ground next to them. But it's only like 2 or 3 in the area. There's not very many. It seems most of them people are kind of collecting towards fire pits and tossing their fruits in there.
Good. Alright. Can I use Feign while I'm in Polymorph or no?
Yeah, you can.
Okay, Esther will feign to Xenia, just... You want to head back?
Yeah, I don't like what just happened.
I don't either, but I need to inform the council that we know who the culprit is.
Yeah,
To be honest, Rosalind may already have done so through Thorn.
Yeah,
Thorn
that's
already
actually a
there,
good
so you
idea.
could.
Mhm.
Yeah.
didn't he say something back at, I can't even remember what he said back at the library to us.
He would leave
don't
us alone
remember.
for a week, probably.
Yeah.
But that
Something
was no
about-
promise, so.
Something about leaving us alone, but he technically left us alone. He
Yeah.
technically left us alone. And Dean just yells through Fame to Esther, just fucking angry.
I'm going to
Esther
gut
looks
him
to
like a fish.
Rosalind and also relays this through Fane of like, we should head back. You guys can give it another search around. We should get back to the castle.
Go, especially you, Ashta.
And Esther will also
Uh,
feign. Could you please take my
Jade.
daughter?
I'll take Jade. You'll have Thorn for a little bit until he's done communicating and taking messages back and forth.
Thank you.
Esther, you do basically hear a telepathic message through the council, basically asking you and whoever would be most knowledgeable about the perpetrator to come speak to them.
Ah, fuck. Well, in that case, Esther will set Xenia down and just... Can you drop the spell, please?
Yeah, you're fine now.
Yep.
Actually,
Xenia?
Xenia wouldn't have beaten that DC.
What?
Did Esther use the wand of polymorph, or did Xenia? I'm asking this in hindsight, Esther.
I don't know.
Xenia did it?
And what did I roll with that perception check?
Ah!
Why?
Guidance.
Both of those are concentration
Concentration.
spells? I wouldn't have been able to. So either I didn't meet that DC, or we can retcon and say Esther used the wand, which is the easier option.
It's okay.
Yeah,
Just
I'll say
used
I'll say it's fine for now. 29 is enough. I'll say that you just got a bit less detail, but it's fine.
I didn't realize that until I saw the D4, and I just went, I just dropped another concentration. Horrible.
That's alright.
Yeah, okay.
Oh, in that case, Esther will put Xenia down. Just drop the spell, please.
Yeah, if you did it, you would just drop it yourself.
Oh, well, yeah, in that case.
Yeah.
And just, hold up. Xenia, could you escort... She'll send out a group feign. Ashta, I need you to come with me to the council. You're the most knowledgeable about bow. And Xenia, would you...
Technically, if... It would be complicated, but I can telepathically communicate with Thorn at any distance, and in fact, I can actually speak through him. Ashta could speak to me through Feign, even while I do that, and I could
I'll
relay
go
his
there.
words. Are you sure?
As long as you and Jade can get back up there safe.
I'll escort Rosalind.
I was going to ask if Xenia could escort instead, and Ashta come with me.
We need to at least stay in pairs. We need to check on Fervus. Xenia's sending a feign to Issa to go check on Fervus.
Yep, Issa basically takes the high alert note and just got it.
Yeah, just, maybe a slight lockdown. I'll talk about it later. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yep, she doesn't question it. She immediately gets it going.
Yeah.
Esther is gonna feign Rosalind just quickly and just tell Gareel that there's something to do with evocation towards Jade. He'll know what it means.
I will pass it along.
Ashta,
Look after Ashta. Don't let him... Well... Don't let him do anything too silly.
I'll make sure.
He'll do fine, but... you know how he gets sometimes with danger and jumping headfirst into things.
Well, I know. Don't worry. I'll look after him.
Ashta sends a quick feign to Jay and just bastards up to some shit. Just keep an extra eye out.
Yep, you hear him kind of groan back with what you know is him having a very bad headache.
Uh-oh.
Any particular reason, or just?
If you try to ask him, he's having a bit of difficulty communicating. It's one of those kind of like schism headaches where he's having an issue with the personality.
Okay.
All right.
Then he'll just send a third like proper update just to his Fane as a check when he's good.
Yep, and they kind of take the message and just we'll communicate it as best we can. The dog seems to be helping. Thank you again for that.
Thumbs up.
I'll head back up to the castle with the jade.
And
Rose,
Ashton and I,
Yep, Rose had already got the message from Issa and has already made her way to you to bring you directly to there. Castle begins lockdown, and you guys very quickly, Esther and Ash, to make your way to the council, with Thorn already kind of there, making his presence known.
alright. And she'll just kind of look to Ashton and just... They want to know, I think, everything
Yeah.
about
Fine.
who this is.
Because all Rosalind really told them in terms of who it is just an enemy of peace.
Yep.
So,
As you guys make your way there, and it's a simple enough way to go, they kind of pull you into the public standing chamber, as Esther and Ashta, as you now know. The tradition is anything said at the council is open knowledge. There is nothing hidden.
Yep. And there'll just be a quick feint over to Esther. It's like, are you okay with letting them know what scroll he got? And from where?
no. He can't... I'm not allowed to discuss that place. The
Are you
only
okay with
person
it saying in an old tomb?
I can say that he obtained a powerful spell from an old tomb. That would work, but I will speak to the High Guardian later. Personally, as I'm the only one who can truly say anything direct about it to her.
I wouldn't have said anything anyways, just knowing where we can let them know.
Of course.
Yep, alright.
So they kind of stand you in the center and ask you just, we understand that you have the best description and knowledge of what this creature is capable of. If you could describe to everyone, this is being sent to Emergence, including the exiles, so they can be aware for what he looks like and what his abilities are to the best of your knowledge.
Yep.
So please, the floor is yours.
Yep. And he'll just kind of like give a sigh and just, this is a bastard I've run into many times. Best I can tell, he was, and first I saw him, he's an Oni. Blue, shape-shifting, takes different forms, freely passes into the ethereal. Has his own magic, has great physical strength, constantly changing, constantly evolving. Various other abilities I can't even begin to hazard a guess at. He's powerful, and he's a lapdog for very high powers.
Yes, he's been known to take contracts for nefarious things, including assassinations and attempts on other lives, disturbing the peace. He's not kind. He's malicious and does on his own agenda.
He also potentially holds a very powerful scroll spell.
Yep, and you see the council kind of begin to murmur at that, and could you speak further on the specifics of which spell?
The best we can hazard is it's a wish. We don't even know if he intends to use it or if that's just for a contract he has to get it to someone else.
You hear, for once, the council is just silent. And the High Guardian kind of stands up, and you can reasonably confirm this. This isn't just a suspicion.
It's a very likely suspicion, and for how he got it, I can't see any reason he would have gone for anything else.
He nods and
Again, he might not even be for his own personal use. Could have been sold off for who knows how much gold or any other favor or power.
Esther's gonna look towards the Guardian that had told her the secret of the library and just give a look.
She just nods to you.
Yeah. Okay,
kind of puts
just
her
to
in her
make sure that
hands.
she knows.
And the guardian once more stands up and, well, we thank you for this knowledge, and we ask that all those who are listening to keep an eye out for shapeshifters, those who are able to see through illusions, please do so. But that being said, we have no reason to believe he wishes direct harm on the gathering.
It's the worst part. I can't figure out why he would bother with something so petty.
It's very possible this was just a terror attack to unsettle
Wait.
us. Thankfully, from what I've been told from the messages, that those who are most injured were saved by Esther herself, who we have the thanks for saving the lives of at least one Genasi here, as well as
Please.
exiting another suspicious individual today, so for both of those we thank you.
It was the least I could do for my people.
But it is an important step. So, he's kind of addressing outwards the rest of the Genasi at this point. We ask that you each take care, that those who are culpable to sensitive information, you are very careful with who you share it with. Those who are protectors, to keep an eye out for illusions. Does this creature have a signature weapon, a signature magic of any kind?
Has he seen him with the glaive recently? Like, is it on him?
He's only ever used the glaive.
Yep. Yeah, so he'll throw that out. He'll also
use a lot of frost magic.
Yep. Yeah, he'll also throw forward the spell components that were found at the scene. Which
so not naturally used spells then. Spells he learned.
We don't believe he's naturally gifted in terms of certain forms of magic.
But he is a very quick learner.
He is.
Yes.
And he's not someone to take lightly.
Yep. You both hear kind of in the back of your mind one of the, I believe it was the Archdruid. He connects with you and just, let me guess, Ix.
You could
There's a nod.
Definitely.
Alright. I'll send my own Fae now to see what investigations they can do. I have a few connections. It's the most serious you've heard the Archdruid at this point. The council kind of communicates with each other, like between each other for a moment, and looks to you both and, well, we ask that you two, as beings of great experience, do your best to protect who you can, but please, we are capable. We are responsible for ourselves. You are not beholden to us. Anything you choose to do, we ask you do of your own wish, as opposed to your own sense of obligation.
The main obligation I have is killing that son of a bitch.
For that, we can't fault you, I see. And I wouldn't ask you to do any less. Though if you have any... Actually, no, we won't even ask you to capture him. If he has a scroll like that, to kill him. Don't even consider anything otherwise, as I'm sure you don't plan to.
My thoughts exactly.
So, to the rest of the Genasi listening, please, do your best to enjoy the gathering, but do so with a careful eye. As always, we face dangers from outwards whenever we gather in large groups. It's something we can't avoid, but it is something we resist. So, please, enjoy the rest of the gathering. For those who wish to partake in the standard celebrations tonight, please only do so if you do so with a quiet mind. We ask that those who are of a particularly strained emotional state to do so with a slight bit more caution, and if you need the soothing properties of magic to assist in this, please ask. The council will adjourn for right now. Thank you. Rosalind, of course, this was all transmitted through Torrent to you as well.
Mm-hmm.
So with that, the council kind of separates, and the guardian steps up to you, Esther, and just... Anything else I need to know, or just... He got it where I think he got it?
He found us where you think we were. And he got it from where you think we've got it. He got it, anyway.
All right. You didn't see him take anything else?
Not that I can tell. The Lich is dead.
Good. Good. We'll send. Did you find the phylactery?
Yes, it's been destroyed.
Excellent.
There's a bit more that needs clearing out, but as for the main issue, he's gone. Long gone.
Okay, good. We'll have some clerics clear it out. Paladin as well.
It should be safe again.
Yes. Please, all of you. I encourage you to enjoy yourselves. If things are as they seem, I think we need to be wary, but of a sound mind. So please do as you need to. If we can help with anything investigative, you have my full and unfettered support. Anything I can grant you, secret or not, I'll do it.
Side note, did Ash just see at all that Horizon Walker guy, like at the meeting that was just had?
He's. If you kind of reach out magically to him, you still have enough of a sense that you can kind of feel the pull towards him. No matter how much you may be hampered by the ability you used, you can still sense somewhat of that power that close to you.
Mm-hmm.
He's in the gathering. He's active and he is using magic right now.
Mm-hmm.
But you can't discern anything more than that.
Alright, that's fine, but he is around.
Yes, he seems to be at the very least actively doing something.
Okay. Just want to make sure he was like there to hear that, basically.
Oh yeah.
Yep, that's all.
Okay.
And the same for you. If there's anything that you require, please don't hesitate.
I think you've given us enough of a gift and a warning today, Esther and Ashta. And Thorn, I think it was?
He's
among others.
Yes.
Oh yes, the emissary of Rosalind, right?
Yes. He allows her to listen.
Well, we thank you as well, Miss Rosalind. Lady Rosalind.
And through Thorn, you are very welcome.
Well, please, I suspect you'd like to go check on your home.
We will, thank you.
Yes. And, if you would like, Esther, I am personally guiding one of these ceremonies tonight for for you and your friends. If you would like to have a personal session with me to allow you a chance
What'd you say?
She's basically offering you that if she's leading one of the vision ceremonies tonight, she's basically offering that if you and the crew, anyone, would like to have one personally guided by her, and in a place that she can functionally guarantee safety, considering her access and level of power, she encourages it. This may be the last chance you get to confront something like this in the near future.
We were actually already considering joining tonight. We'd greatly appreciate the added safety.
In that case, I encourage you all to come. Ashta, and to all of you as well, you are welcome to do so. Not your last chance to relax. It's just basically this only happens once every 4 days, and yeah.
We just heard the term "last chance" like a lot recently. That's all.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm not hiding the fact you're in the final arc. It's okay. She basically says, and Ashta, I know this may be something you're uncomfortable with, but if you wish to act as a guard or as a watcher or even as someone just to join, this is a common technique to use to confront the things we may not be able to confront on our own. With the assistance of magic and of the properties of the flower itself, many people come out feeling more certain, at least of themselves.
I'm always certain.
In that case, maybe more at peace would be a better word for it. I've heard rumor of your current disposition.
be fine.
Very well. If you would like at least to stand watch, I encourage you to. But, of course, this is only so much as you are willing to leave your castle to do so.
Ash looks
We will
faster.
Get a little
We'll
through
discuss it on the
thorn.
walk back.
Okay. In that case, those two get a little feign from Rosalind just to say, I admit that I am curious, and to be honest, a little more certainty. I don't think it would go amiss.
And Esther will feign basically the whole group and just... We're heading back to the castle. Meet in the kitchen. I'm going to explain the ceremony to all of you.
I'll get dinner started.
And she'll kind of look to the Guardian and just... We'll be back at sunset when the ceremony begins. I, for certain, will be there. I know
Right.
several others who will be as well.
In that case, I will leave an area for you folks specifically to give you a chance to have the space you need.
And I guess they start walking back. Esther does have to talk to Ashta about something incredibly important as they're walking back.
Yeah, go for it.
Okay, just as they're heading back, just over Fane, so no one can hear. You need to know that this ceremony involves a substance. If you don't wish to partake, I truly understand. But the purpose of this ceremony is not solely for fun, I suppose. It's to face inner demons that you otherwise are unable to. I've gone through this ceremony twice before, and each time I confronted and fought through and earned very powerful revelations that have changed my life. It is a very powerful ceremony to go through. You need to be willing to face that. And if you're not, then that's okay. But just know the first 2 hours are fun. But after that, it dies down. And you're able to explore your mind in a way that not even the Fane can let you.
Sounds like some old times for me. No thanks.
Then you don't have to partake. It was simply more so a cautionary offer for you. I've known you've had issues with substance, and I'd rather you not have to experience something unpleasant. So, regardless...
I've done enough of trying to face demons inside me with substances for many lifetimes.
Then would you do us the honor of guarding us while we partake?
You couldn't stop me.
I'm glad.
Everyone
I guess without
coordinatedly
looking
being out of their mind. Yeah, sure. I'll totally leave you guys alone. No, I'll be right there. Just as useful.
You are.
I know.
You not having magic doesn't mean a thing.
Mm-hmm.
I still think you're one of the most tough and withstanding people I've ever had the honor of knowing. And I hope that you know that as well.
Thanks.
You're welcome.
I have to be.
Let's get back. I know you do. We're all a bunch of soft idiots, and without you, we probably wouldn't still all be in one piece. I know I wouldn't.
We got gods to fight.
That's true, we do.
Whoa.
I gotta throw a god at you just for Ash's sake, I swear to God.
You are! That's the final boss!
Yeah?
It's a whole thing. We'll get there.
Are you gonna
half-
blue ball me on killing a god?
We'll get there. It's a whole thing.
What?
Yo, that's a yes.
The epilogue for this campaign is gonna be so much fun. We're just gonna go around murking gods.
It's gonna be 6. No, we're not.
Oh god.
You know,
It's
I
gonna
let
be
you guys do
Ashton-
that.
It's gonna be Ashta going up to Xenia with a list of gods going, alright, are any of these okay? And Xenia going down the list going, this one's cool, okay, this one's a bit of a jerk and could probably go.
Yeah, this one can go. I've met a couple clerics of that one. They're like, okay, but like they can choose a new god. Come on.
So I think this would be a great time to close the session.
Alright. Until next
We'll have
time.
the ceremony next session.
Yeah,
Good night.
there's no way we're getting through it in any short amount of time. No. So, next time.
So then.
Next time.